Welcome to the Banter Blitz Podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, Pete, and Eric.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Banter Blitz Podcast. We are getting into Week 5. We're going to review what happened in Week 4, preview Week 5, Petey's picks, Kevin's Corner. You know the deal. Let's get going, baby. I'm here with my co-host, Petey Conway.
Yay.
Eric Snyder.
Hey.
And we are finally joined by our little buddy, Kevy.
Hi.
Hi, Kevy.
Hey.
It's terrifying.
Crap.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, we're I apologize in advance for what's about to happen for the next 2 hours. All right.
2 hours.
Yeah, probably. That's what we've been running roughly. Something like that. It's okay. Yep. We got our editor-in-chief. Kevin's going to put the videos out for the rest of the week after the main one. I do the main one. Kevin does the rest. So if they're all bad after the main one, it's not my fault. So, how did everybody do this week?
Decent. 2-2. I'll take it.
Yeah, I was about there.
I won one league, 1 out of 3. Bad league.
3 out of the 4 leagues.
5.
Damn. Kev won 3 out of 4.
Yeah, I'm undefeated in one of them.
Who's in that league?
Yeah, a bunch of children.
Are you playing with your
children and my family?
There it is.
There it is.
I went from first place to second place.
I'll take it. I was talking shit because I'm in my family league, and I'm like, yeah, that one's no problem. I win it every year. You know what I am right now? 0-4.
Oh yeah, 0-4.
Got a little cocky.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's brutal.
It's been a weird season so far.
Yeah. That one's fun. But I don't know. As long as we're all good to go, no one's got any little quips to say. I guess we can jump right into the news.
Jump, baby, jump.
Jumping in. All right. Let's go.
Weekly news and injury report.
Okay. News dropping a lot this week. A lot happened. A lot of people got hurt. A lot of people are coming back because the pup players are coming back, or at least eligible to come back for practice. So a lot of that stuff's coming down the pike, which is good because if you were able to hold on to people like Hawkinson or Chubb or whatever from draft, which I don't know if you were able to because a lot of injuries have happened, but if you were able to, congratulations, it might pay off soon. Yeah. Luckily, I got Hawk, and I didn't suffer too badly, so we'll see how that pans out. All right. Number uno, Johnny Taylor, high ankle sprain. They're calling it mild. Shouldn't be a big deal. So just monitor, see how it goes. Big time one, Rashee Rice is done. Torn ACL. Outie.
Is that confirmed?
Everybody has everything but confirmed it.
It's so weird. They're saying
they're holding off.
They ran tests, but they don't know if it's a torn ACL. How?
They're calling it. They're almost like 98% accurate with that on the sideline. And everyone was like, yeah, it's not good. So
the saying tests are still ongoing, so we'll see.
It's got to be a torn ACL. It's either way, he's probably out for a very long time.
Kelsey stock
through
the roof.
Kelsey stock up.
Is Juju going to be something?
No,
he hasn't played well, but
Juju's not going to be something. They might trade for Amari Cooper though. I could see that happening.
Or Devontae.
Because the Browns moved all of his contract money to signing bonus, so now they're not obligated at all. So now they can move him without any issues. So I can see the Chiefs going after him. The Chiefs cannot afford Devontae Adams. We'll get to that, but they're not picking him up. They can't afford it. It's not going to happen. Amari Cooper they can afford.
Yep.
Quick, kind of weird thing that happened. Tyler, it's not Batty. It's like Bidet, but he spells it weird. It's Tyler Bidet. Went down, hit his face on the field. I know it's a funny last name. I hate Bidet's.
He's a baddie.
He's a baddie. Went down. We're fucked up because he went to the sideline, randomly falls over, gets stretchered off the field, and apparently he's fine. Everything's good. He flew back with the team, so everything's fine. So we can joke now. Yes. But it was weird because like you're watching the game and all of a sudden he's laying down. I'm like, he got tackled on the field, right? Like, no one ran him into the bench. I didn't miss anything, right? So he's good. Anthony Richardson, it's a hip pointer. So he's day-to-day. He may play, he may not. Eric would know more about that. But
it's the same thing, day-to-day.
Yeah.
Flacco season if not.
So, no big deal. He will be back. Flacco's not going to play long-term here, which kind of sucks for anybody with Pittman or just in general.
I have a lot to say about this
when we get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Josh Allen went down actually quite a bit, but he was hard getting up, but he was sore, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing injury-wise happened. He was just beat up because he got beat up pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith should be back after bye week, so that's good. You can look forward to that. Joe Mixon, high ankle sprain, should be back very soon, if not this week. Keep an eye on that. McBride should be back after his concussion. He seems to be clearing protocol. Christian Watson will be out for a couple weeks with a ankle injury. I haven't seen specified high, low, how bad it is, but he'll be out for a little bit, and we will kind of talk about what that means for the receiver room, because there's one guy you should be dumping some fab on this week. So we'll get there when we get to talking about Green Bay. CMC is looking for a November return. He has tendonitis in both of his Achilles, but apparently whatever happened or what he got done in Germany is working. So now they're saying they're going to start ramping him up in practice and getting him going and whatever that means. So we'll see how that goes. I'm more thinking it's going to be a mid to late November, not early, but we'll see. Cooper Kupp, 2-week goal to return. He's not playing this next week. He may play the week after that. So that's good because that offense right now is running through Kyren Williams 100%. Like nobody else is doing anything.
Yep.
Kind of touched on this. Devontae Adams is requesting a trade. He's probably not going to play this week, and he's not going to the Chiefs because they can't afford his ass. So I don't really know where he would be looking to go, the Jets, but
Buffalo?
That'd be hot.
The best receiver
It would be a good fit.
Kincaid.
It would be a really good fit. Mari Cooper, we kind of touched on that also. He should be traded also soon. They're kind of making moves to make that happen. And the Chiefs seem like the likely landing spot for that, especially with Rice going down. Bijan has logged 2 limited practices in a row. So we got to see because they have a Thursday game. So that may or may not be concerning. So you might want to pay attention to Belgier.
Yeah.
Aaron
Solid
Rodgers.
flex play.
Pretty much.
Where if Bijan sits, Algier
Oh,
plays.
he's a
I think he's
top.
more than a flex.
Oh yeah, no.
Starter.
But even if he's limited, I think if Bijan's limited,
Oh, really?
Algier's a flex. I think
He
if
could be. It
Bijan's
depends on how
out.
beat up Bijan is.
I mean, you
Yeah, we'll see.
saw it this week that he got good work in.
Yeah, because Bijan was banged up coming into this week too.
That's what I'm saying. If he's limited again going into this one, it's
If you're desperate, yeah, I can see.
He better play this week. I have him on my team, and I can't afford not to have him.
You have no bench. No bench.
No bench.
Aaron Rodgers has some old man knee swelling. He told McAfee. So go watch the interview if you want more detail. But he'll be all right. He's going to play. He's fine. He's just old. He's got bad knees. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Justin Fields is still going to be the starter this week. Russell Wilson is ramping up his reps in practice. Eric swears to God that Russ isn't going to take the job, but I think as soon as Russ is ready to go, I think he's taking that spot. Fields is holding on by a thread.
He's not playing terribly.
I would rather have Fields instead of Russell. Sorry, he's old, washed up.
We'll get there. We got to talk about the Steelers anyway.
Well, yeah.
And Njoku and Nick Chubb are both back to practice. So that doesn't mean they're going to play. But they do have to. What's the window? It's a 21-day window, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
After the pup, which was this past week, they have 21 days to get to practice and participate and join with the team, or they're out for the season. So that's good for them. They're good to go. As long as they participate in a practice, they're good. And we just got to wait for news on the rest of them. Hawkinson, blah, blah, blah. There's a few still. But unless you guys think I missed anything. That was kind of our quick rundown of the news.
Now you good.
I think we're good to go, right?
Yep.
Okay. Buckle up. It's time for the Week 4 review. Here we go.
The Recap Blitz.
Hey, right. So, Thursday. It was a really it was a bad game. It's not fun to watch.
No.
Nothing happened. The score kind of says like something happened, but it was a bad all-around game. Everybody, like the Cowboys played subpar, honestly. And they let the Giants sneak in there, which that shouldn't be a thing. The Giants are awful.
Awful.
And the fact that the Cowboys are either losing or letting bad teams compete with them tells me that the Cowboys are still the Cowboys. They're not this phenom team that's going to come out and beat everybody up this year. So I don't see them. I see them losing the first round of the playoffs as per usual. But we'll see.
Could happen.
It happens. I hope it's us again. I really do. That's one of my favorite pastimes is the Niners knocking the Cowboys out of the playoffs. Or Zeke on his ass.
I think Dak didn't play too bad, though. I think he did pretty good. Two touchdowns.
He did, but it was all at the end of the game.
Yeah.
The box score looks good.
Yeah.
Right. The box score looks good, but it was like fourth quarter, almost all of it.
Yeah.
22 of 27, 221, and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked 1 time, pressured a lot, which is not good. So, no, Dak played a good back 3 quarters of the game. The first 3 quarters of that game, or you know what I meant. The first 3 quarters of that game were trash balls. They looked awful.
Rico Dowdle solidified his job.
Rico Dowdle is still, Zeke's gone. He's old, slow, and fat.
Thank God.
Done.
I hate that guy.
Is that all you're going to say, Kev?
I just don't like him. I don't like the Cowboys. I've never liked the Cowboys. I can't stand Jerry Jones, and I can't stand Elliott. I can't. Just
local Giants fan.
Walk away from the team. You suck.
Oh, Jimmy, this is one of the games where I had a bet like you. I lost by 2 yards because CD Lamb.
Oh no.
CD Lamb was supposed to go over 100. I would have won 350.
That's okay.
He only got 98.
I had a couple of them, and they were all banking on Breece Hall getting a touchdown. So, yeah.
But this game, you see Daniel Jones, his box score is 29 for 40, 281 yards, and a pick.
Yep.
And just looking at the box score, wow, he played pretty bad, right? No touchdowns, 1 pick. But if you watch the game, Daniel Jones did pretty well.
Yeah.
His passes were actually on point. Neighbors looked great. Wandale got a lot of receptions.
They were giving him more time in the pocket. He wasn't pressured nearly as much as he's been.
Yes, and that 1 pick was the last second heave into the end zone.
Yeah, that doesn't count as a pick. That was just...
Exactly.
You can't count that.
But people that don't watch the games and they just see the box score, right?
That looks bad.
They think, oh, it's bad.
Right.
That's one of the best games I've seen Daniel Jones play. They just couldn't execute.
They couldn't
in
get
the red
a
zone.
single touchdown.
Right.
Singletary, you have no run game. Singletary
was 14 carries, 24 yards. 5
There wasn't a
yards
rushing or a receiving touchdown in that game.
Rushing was awful.
There was nothing. It was all kicks.
Daniel Jones, I agree.
So if Daniel Jones does not close and get a touchdown, at least one, rushing or receiving, I don't think he played at a good quarterback.
He's not a good quarterback.
No,
I don't think he
he's
played
better than what the box score says this game.
Yes. That just literally wipe out the pick.
Right.
And he played an okay game.
29 to 40 for 281.
The game, he's huge chunk plays, but they just couldn't execute. They had no run game. If you have no run game, they figure you out, and then they drop more people back, and that's all that happened. Daniel Jones had one of the best games he's ever had.
What this game has proven to me
this year,
Malik Neighbors is a monster wide receiver.
Very good.
I would take him over Garrett Wilson in a heartbeat at where we're at in life. With quarterback situation, I would still take him over.
And with him hurt, too, you have to also look at Wandale Robinson on the waiver wire if he's there.
If he's there, you grab his ass. He should not be there, but he is the clear number 2. It's not even close. Neighbors was 12 for 115. and Wandale was 11 for 71. No touchdowns, but like you said, Pete, Malik Neighbors long ball, 39 yards, 15 targets, so 12 of 15. Wandale long ball was 11, so he's more of the short route guy. But again, 11 for 14. Like the consistency was there.
A lot of targets.
Yep.
I mean, Jones threw 40 times. If you have no run game.
Yeah, well, when you're going 14 for 24 Singletary.
Yeah.
No run game.
Yeah, bad.
I mean, both of them basically outperformed CD outside of CD having a touchdown. CD went 7 of 98 for 1 touchdown. And that mostly came from the one long ball that was 55 yards. So honestly, both of the other two guys had a better game than CD if you kind of break it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rico stole the backfield from Zeke, 11 for 46. Zeke was 15 for 19 or 5 for 19. So no, so yeah, basically the synopsis of this game. Giants offense surprised us because they looked a lot more efficient than outside of the red zone. They looked a lot more efficient than we thought they would be. Cowboys looked bad winning this game. So that was kind of your Thursday night wrap up. Next up was the Saints losing to the Falcons 24-26. Derek Carr. What the hell? 28 of 36, 239, and a pick. No touchdowns. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Derek Carr right now. This is now 2 weeks in a row. Subpar.
Yeah. Falcons defense is legit. They have
That's
added
fair.
a lot of pieces. They got Judon Smith. Who is it? Matthew Judon.
Yep.
He's insane.
Yep, that's fair.
So, yeah.
That's fair. Kamara
But,
is
yeah,
still a...
yeah.
Kamara is so damn good this year.
When will he die?
It's gotta be. He's gonna be one of these guys that goes, and then the next year you draft him like, okay, he's got to do it. He's gonna do it again. There's no way, right? And then just gone.
And note, Taysom Hill, who I started this week in fantasy, still lost. Got 2 touchdowns. Yep, because Anthony blew up. He got like 150
You're never
points.
gonna have a performance like that. Well, no, you might, but it's rare to have that.
I had a feeling, and he got 2 touchdowns. Can you imagine if Kamara got those touchdowns instead of him?
Oh my god, Kamara.
Did Taysom Hill get hurt, or was that?
Yes, he got hurt, but he's always hurt. He'll be
Yeah,
back.
it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Shaheed did nothing. 214. So that party has sailed, it seems. Chris
that was his
Olave.
rushing. That was his rushing.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Shaheed
You're
did 8 for 83.
I'm sorry. Shaheed did 8 for 83. That's my fault. Olave did 8 for 87. So that's a pretty even split.
Shaheed got
They
that
look
rushing.
good, man. It's just Derek Carr looked weird this game.
Yeah.
It was a lot of dumpy passes, nothing crazy. The long balls for Olave and Shaheed were sub 30 yards, which is still good enough. You know, like Olave an 18-yard, Shaheed a 25. So it's good, but Derek Carr just looked off. I don't know.
Yeah. Yep.
Kirk Cousins, 21 of 35, 238, and a pick.
God, he's so mediocre. He's so mediocre.
He's just middle of the pack. He's so middle of the pack. Everyone that was like, he's going to have all these weapons. It's going to be ridiculous.
Yep. It's going to be insane.
He's
Nope.
still Kirk Cousins.
Yep. He played a bad game. I think he hasn't had one of those like lights.
Rating.
Besides that Eagle game, he hasn't shown me much.
Right.
Has not shown me much.
No.
Just saying.
The one thing
He's on
that
the end of his career. That's why he needs to retire.
And he signed a 3-4 year deal.
3, I think.
3.
3 for like a boatload of money.
Yeah.
So you got to do something, Kirk.
His manager should be
the
the
best.
best. He should be going in the Hall of Fame just because he gets all this money for these guys and they don't have to do anything.
Exactly. I want to shake his hand.
Oh my God, Derek. Kirk Cousins owes him a house or some shit.
Yeah, at least.
I think that he's going to stay there and teach the other quarterback on how to be a quarterback in the NFL after this year, maybe, depending on how he plays.
That's
Maybe
not
they'll
what
start
they
him again for
paid
next
him
year.
to do. This is
Oh,
the
I
issue.
know. But
Yeah.
if you,
Like, that's
he
fine,
studies. This is a Kirk Cousin. You know, he's a boy who sits behind that computer sometimes and studies. You can see he studies. You saw the quarterback thing.
Right.
The guy
What?
studies. He's gonna
You
teach.
don't-
He's gonna teach the quarterback the rookie, what's up?
How to
in
build
the
a fire?
system.
That's a very
He's a
Yeah, he's
teacher
gonna
how to
teach
build
him
a
some
fire?
stuff.
That's an extraordinarily
But-
expensive teacher.
But I
I
also-
love Kirk Cousins, but come on.
Oh yeah, he's not. He didn't play
That's an
good this game.
extremely expensive
I'm not
teacher.
defending Kirk Cousins here. Get over the defending
No, no, no.
quarterbacks here. I'm also saying that he did also spread the ball out pretty nicely
Boy.
in this game.
Eric-
If you look
Eric
at the
has-
wide receivers,
Eric's
having-
difficulties sometimes.
Eric's having some cutty outies.
if you look at the wide receivers, he spread it
boy.
out pretty nicely too. Can anyone hear me?
A little bit.
You're cutting
You
in and
keep-
out.
keep
We'll just
cutting in
move
and out,
past
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Algier, 8 for 60. Bijan, 7 for 28. He got banged up,
Yep.
is what it is.
Better come back
but-
with a vengeance.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, yeah,
Better.
we'll see.
I'll be
So
real
I have a question. Look at this Falcons score, 26.
Yeah.
In the box scores, there are no touchdowns.
No.
Not Kirk Cousins, not any of the running backs, not any of the wide receivers we see up here. Was it all defensive touchdowns? And field goals?
Yeah.
Like what happened?
Yeah.
I got to look into the details, but that's not a good sign for the
No.
offense. It's kind of sputtering. It's not a good look.
No, it's not, man. It's. I don't know.
Kirk, yeah.
It's-
I love Kirk as a person, but
Kirk
he
played
stole the
bad.
money.
He really did. He played really bad. Drake London went 6 for 64. Darnell Mooney went 3 for 56. Ray got involved, 6 for 56. Like, he spread the ball around to everybody. Bijan is really involved in the receiving game, which is awesome.
Yep.
So, it's just the fact that they
Weird game.
won this game
Yeah.
is
Cool.
really the weirdest thing, because
young. Yeah.
if you look at how the Saints played, they played a better game, I think.
Yep. I agreed.
It's just a weird.
Yep.
It's one of those. This is football, dude.
It's one of
The
those division
defense played
games.
better,
And Young Hui Koo,
Oh my God!
Young
what
Hui
a
Koo.
monster!
love him.
Poof. That's the foot of God right there. That kid can kick
Yeah.
a ball.
Atlanta also beefed up
Um,
their defense pretty well
We got
too.
some
I
bad
believe.
kickers though in this league this year. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some bad
Oh.
kickers. Yep.
Bad kickers. Real bad.
Next game,
Yep.
Rams Bears.
Ew.
Yeah, this was the Rams lose 18-24. This was disgusting. If you watch this game, the 1:00 games gave you a lot of drama, but a lot of them were just bad, man. Stafford, 20 of 29, 224, and a pick. I feel like I'm saying that more this week than I ever have. It's usually da-da-da-da and a touchdown. It's just and a pick, and a pick, and a pick. Here's a pick. There's a pick.
Yep.
So he didn't play that great. He played better than Kirk did, but I don't know. The entire offense runs through Kyron Williams. Kyron is the offense. 19 carries, 94 yards, and a touchdown. The receiving core got yardage. Tutu got 4 for 82, 25-yard long ball. So Stafford was lobbing it to these kids.
Yep.
Because
Rookie
Whittington got a
out of
16-yard
nowhere.
long ball. Right. Robinson got a 19-yard long ball. Parkinson got an 11. So it was a lot of deeper shots. I would love to know what Stafford's dot was for this game, because most of it had to be over 10 yards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
The
Caleb,
Bears defense is pretty good.
yeah, that's what
I
I was
mean,
gonna say. The Bears defense looks really good.
coming into the season, everyone was hyped about Caleb and all of his weapons and yada yada yada. But the one thing that's saving them is the defense. The defense looks stout, looks strong up front. They've limited Stafford to no touchdowns and a pick, so good on the defense. I'm happy.
Are
for
we
them.
blaming Caleb's issues on Caleb or on the coaching staff right now?
I think it still has to be Caleb, in my opinion.
Here's my issue.
Talked a big game.
Here's someone brought. I forget if it was Greeny. Someone said this somewhere in the past week, and it kind of made sense. Is you need a coaching staff that is there to build the quarterback and doesn't have to win right now, because they're willing to lose a little bit to let them develop, right? This coaching staff is kind of fighting for their lives. I think they're more worried about winning. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's like two different. It's like two different planes.
Right.
Yeah, like
So they're not.
Yeah.
They don't.
I see that.
They
I
care
hate
more about-
Eberflus. I hate.
Right. They care more about the winning of the game than they do of the development of Caleb.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yep.
that's not what
Makes
you
sense.
want.
That's a good point. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Caleb 17 of 23, 157 and a touchdown. Ooh, a touchdown. That's new.
Wow. The DJ Moore.
Look.
Can we talk about DJ Moore real quick? Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Let me say something about DJ Moore.
Oh boy.
That
boy.
man, he's giving me. I have him on my team. He's giving me 8 to 9 points a week. Why can't they just? He's the number one receiver on that team. Why can't he not just throw the ball to him? He's an. It just grinds my gears.
Because Caleb's not throwing good balls.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
it's
not
not the
throwing a
Rams
lot.
defense this week.
No, but he is the main guy in that team. The best. He is number one wide receiver in that team. That should be your go guy. That should be your guy you go give to me every time. But he's not doing it.
It's
Well,
not as simple as
the-
that because
the
there
star-
are a lot
yeah.
of good mouths to feed, like Keenan Allen, like Odunze, and I wouldn't be discouraged
Keenan's
if I was a Keenan
washed.
Allen owner.
Keenan is washed.
I mean, this is his
understand
first
that.
time. Are you
went
dropping
3
Keenan Allen? Are you dropping Keenan Allen?
I'm not starting him.
I wouldn't start him. I put him on my bench.
He's going to be
Yeah.
a flex player, if
For a
anything.
little while at least.
He went 3 for 19 this week, and the star of this week, who I almost dropped in one league, DeAndre
Yeah, that was
Swift.
ridiculous.
Where?
Literally when everyone's ready to let this guy go.
Yep,
He
I was
pops out
about
of
to drop
nowhere.
him.
I want to blame
Yep.
this more on the Rams' lack of defense because DeAndre Swift, at least to me, has proven he's not good at football.
No,
So,
it's
like,
terrible.
This might have saved him from being dropped, but I am still so scared of him.
Yeah, I'm skeptical.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
keep him.
Yeah.
Don't drop him now. See what happens. But I'm terrified
Yep.
of Swift.
I hate that. It's a boring
Look,
game.
the one thing I want to point out, look how much pressure Caleb got. He only got sacked 3 times, but he got 24 pressures. That's
The defense game.
insane. The poor kid.
Bears
kid.
O-line.
The
Bears
Rams
O-line
defense is not good. The Rams defense is crap.
It's the
The
Bears
Bears
O-line.
O-line is Swiss cheese.
Yeah, we've seen that.
It's
in prime time.
wet white bread. It's so bad.
It's bad.
Ugh. This poor kid. That's the biggest issue, I think. That's a lot of what I'm seeing. Oh, man. Between him and Jaden, that's a big difference. Is Jaden's got time to process what's happening, which takes rookies a little longer than normal. They got to get used to the speed of the NFL. But Jaden's got time to process and get the ball out. He has a worse offense on paper,
Yep, on paper,
you
definitely.
know, but he's got time. Caleb has half a second, and that's been a
but look
thing all year.
Look at Jaden Daniels and then Caleb Williams. Jaden Daniels just got in the league, right? He has thrown 82% of his pitches, or his 87% of
No
his
baseball.
throws. 87% of his 82% of his throws, right? And
Which
only
one
been-
is it?
It's the 82. He's only
Okay.
been in the league for 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And Caleb
Yeah.
Williams has been in the league for 2-3 years, right? I don't know the exact number off the top of my head.
Holy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
He-
Yeah. Good point. Yeah.
Right. So, compare and contrast.
I know.
You have
also-
all. Oh,
I mean, I think O-line does not get enough credit when it's due. For example, Jaden Daniels, I think, was not even pressured this week. Daniel Jones was only pressured 4 times. That's why he's able to throw it like 40 freaking times. And that's why Jaden Daniels has been able to throw it a lot too. But someone like Caleb has been pressured a lot, like Jimmy was saying,
So
and the
much.
O-line just crumbles.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
awful. This might be the worst O-line in the league. It really might be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Versus
don't
the
know.
Giants, the Giants have a pretty bad O-line.
I'd have to look it up.
It's a combination of a bad O-line and bad decision making by Caleb
Oh
Williams.
yeah, he's forcing balls
He's-
that do not need to be thrown.
He's throwing off his back foot
Yep.
almost every throw. So yeah, it's not good. Boring game. Let's go to
Yeah.
the real game.
All right, here's the real
exciting
game, but I have a little bit to say about this real game.
Me too. Yeah.
The
The
Vikings
Vikings game?
beat
Oh, what a
the
great game.
Packers
What a
31
great
to
game.
29. Kinda. They beat
Kinda.
Man.
Okay, they beat the
My man
Packers
Sam
31 to
Darnold.
29, but here's the issue. They allowed the Packers to score 22 points in the fourth quarter. What happened?
They got tired.
Typical Vikings fashion. They think,
lately.
oh, we beat them. Yeah, well.
I mean,
now
I feel it
they're
because
facing-
this is essentially what the 49ers did with the Rams last week. But
like we said weeks back, the Vikings can make a late pick. Oh, it's no big deal with bad teams. You cannot make these mistakes with good teams. And that's what they did. They got sloppy. Sam Darnold threw a pick. There was a fumble in the red zone, I believe. They made all these mistakes at the end. It was 28-0 at one point.
It was.
And then Jordan Love just turned it on. The Vikings do this, man. It's always a close game.
It was 31-7 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Like-
it's scary.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'll take that win in Lambeau with Jordan Love. I know he wasn't 100%, but it was a good
and the fact that
start.
he threw 54 times tells me they have a lot of faith in the kid. He looked not ready to be out there.
He threw 3 picks. Vikings defense is no
Oh,
joke.
they're insane. If they're on your waivers, you go get them at this point, man. But yeah, Jordan looked like he wasn't ready to be out there. He looked still relatively. He threw those 3 picks, and they were bad picks. But when he was on, he was on, and it was kind of like, ooh, okay, he's there. He might need a week or two to kind of get back in the groove and figure it. But he's gonna be good.
They should have kept
if it
Malik
wasn't-
Willis in for an extra week.
No.
Give
If
him
it
an
wasn't the
extra-
ankle,
Malik Willis has had 3 great weeks.
This was a
And the only
harder
reason-
game.
yeah, they
I
needed.
understand
They
that.
needed.
The only reason they rushed him back. They wanted him back because the Vikings have a great team, so they rushed
But-
him back. They should have had Malik Willis in there. My
he wasn't pressured as much.
No, he wasn't.
And the O-line was better, so they were able to protect him a little bit. The thing that you saw when you watched the game, though, was he was not allowed to put a lot of pressure in that back leg, was not able to get those throws off accurately. That was the hard part with Jordan Love that game.
Yeah,
and
he
I
was
think
out
that's
of-
why they rushed him back. But at the same time, when you have a volume of 54 attempts, you're going to hit a good amount of them, and he hit 32. So I think I'd take him over Willis, especially in this game, a high-scoring competitive game.
Yeah, not for
especially
nothing.
a
He almost
division
brought
rival.
them back to win. You can't be
Yeah.
upset.
No, you can't.
Maybe that's all he needed was the first 3 quarters to get back in the groove, and then the 4th quarter he was back. Or
Can't
was it
believe
really
it,
the
man.
Vikings folding? Or a combination?
I changed the game. I changed it to a
letting-
different game. Oh, it's over. Nope, it was not over.
Nope.
Letting Mon-
So
Darnold,
scary
off the
game.
gas.
Darnold looks really good, Pete.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this.
123
It's-
passes.
the O-line of
Great.
the Vikings is a pleasant surprise. He has, I'm not kidding, 5 to 6 seconds every play.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to take away from Darnold, but that O-line, it's better than it's been.
Right.
in
The
years.
O-line's fantastic, and Darnold's being very smart with the ball.
Yes,
He's not
no
doing
mistake.
dumb
Well,
shit. Yeah.
At the end of the games, he does dumb
Yeah,
stuff all the time. But
and that was him-
the beginning looks great.
That was, I think, more him like, holy crap, we got to score so the Packers don't come back and win this game. Like,
Yep.
Aaron
he looked-
Jones.
yeah.
Aaron Jones. 22
Yep.
carries,
Beast.
93 yards,
beast.
17 long. That's a solid game. For the
Love
old
Aaron
man,
Jones.
that's a good game.
Mhm.
Jeffy did Jeffy shit. 6 for 85 and a touchdown, 27-yard long ball. Jordan Addison's back, baby.
Woo.
He looks
good.
Great, man. 3 for
Wow.
72, 29-yard long ball and a touchdown.
Start him in your flex if you have him.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
definitely.
Put him-
definitely.
Addison
He's a
looks
stash. He's a
good.
stash.
Jaden Naylor's back to the bench.
Back to the bench. Yep. You were good when Addison's gone. Now back to the bench.
Yep.
Yep.
Or droppable. Whatever. Yeah.
Bench him.
Josh Jacobs doesn't look that good. 9 for 51. It's okay.
It's hard to run on them.
Yeah.
The Vikings
It's okay.
defense is good.
Yeah,
like we
the
talked
Vikings
about.
defense is very good run defense. So this week was maybe that we got to keep an eye and see how that kind of progresses,
Yep.
because he hasn't been great kind of regardless, but
Snag Emmanuel Wilson.
The volume.
you're going to start him. It's just like
The volume's there. It's just they. As you can see by the box score, they were down 28-0. So
yeah,
they
you're not
couldn't
going to run the ball
it,
at
right?
all. You're not going to run the
That's
ball.
why
I'm
Jaden
more
Reed
basing
got-
it off of like previous weeks. He hasn't been fantastic, and this was not the game for him because of how it played out.
Jaden Reed.
Oh, Jaden freaking Reed, man. 7 for 139.
Whew.
7 of 8 for the record. touchdown, 42-yard long. Just crazy. Christian Watson goes down. Dontavian Wicks, 5 for 78, 2 touchdowns.
Yep.
13 targets is a big thing.
Ball. 13 targets is a very big thing.
I
Once
was
Christian
listening.
Watson was gone.
Yeah. He runs a lot of like routes too. Like he runs a lot of yards with his routes. He's like up there in the league with the most yards per route run, and I think Kraft is too. And I'm just excited to see how this next week comes out with those receivers, because Jordan Love is, he spreads that ball around. He shares the love.
Great pun.
How much are we spending on Wicks, percentage wise?
If you need it,
Depends on the injury.
If you need it,
Watson.
20%.
Well, you're not going to have time to make that decision on Watson. So, are you going 2025?
I'm going maybe 10.
Yeah.
That's me, though.
15.
I don't know that you're getting them for 10 or 15. I think people are going to go heavy at this one.
No, people will, but it's just...
I don't know if I can do it. I don't need
not
to
ready.
either. That's the thing. Is I don't have a need for it.
If you don't need it,
So I
don't
don't
worry
need to
about
go
it.
heavy.
But when you look
I
at the
think-
targets in Packers, it's like I said, like in the first episode when we were talking about drafting, you want to have a piece of this offense because of how much they spread that ball around. Like all the targets, 8, 13, 9, 8, that's pretty consistent in terms of receiving.
No, well, I mean...
This is a little inflated because of how the game played out.
Mhm.
You
But
weren't going to run the ball at
nonetheless-
all. You're trying to catch up.
But nonetheless, you still look at week 1 when Jordan Love was in the center, like under center, he still spread it out evenly. When Jordan Love plays, he spreads it out.
They definitely trust him to throw the ball. They want him to throw the ball. This is a little bit inflated.
Definitely
So don't
inflated.
expect
Yeah.
this every week. But Wicks is definitely the pickup of the week, if not number 2.
Yep, agreed.
But all right,
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Yep.
First week, Jaden Reed had 6 targets. First week, Romeo Doubs had 7 targets. And first week, Christian Watson had 5 targets. That's pretty, spread out
Easy
we
split.
Sounds like average numbers.
What
yeah,
I'm
but they're
thinking,
still nice.
oh yeah,
They're high-
but
fine.
what
high
I'm
volume
what I'm
targets.
thinking, we gotta see, because if Wicks is gonna outplay Dobbs, and you're sharing most in between Wicks and Reed, that's huge.
Yeah, definitely.
If Wicks winds up being the 3 behind Dobbs, then it's like, okay, you probably blew too much on him, and that's the chance you're taking. So unless you need a receiver, I'm not ready to take that chance just because.
Yeah. I'm not
Now,
gonna
if
spend
you're
all
one of
my
these
fab.
guys that had Cooper Kupp or Puka or whatever, and you're kind of dying for a receiver right now, shoot your shot.
Unload it. Yep.
Steelers, Colts. Steelers lose 24-27. We're gonna have a talk about Justin Fields. We're also gonna have a talk about Joe Flacco, because Joe Flacco comes into this game, and all of a sudden, receivers start catching balls.
Wonder why.
Anthony Richardson goes down. What quarter did he go down? It was
think it was
relatively early.
Was second?
Yeah, it was the first half.
Early
right?
second? Yeah.
So Richardson goes down. He was 3 of 4 for 71. So he wasn't doing any real thing. He ran for 24 before that. Joe Flacco comes in this game. 16 of 26, 168, 2 touchdowns. So not throwing yardage-wise a lot, but scoring points. Johnny Taylor, 21 of 88 and a touchdown. That works. Sprained his ankle. We'll see how that goes.
Trey Benson.
Michael Pittman, boys.
He's back.
He's back for now.
For one reason.
For now.
He's been very quiet.
Because Anthony
Yep.
Richardson.
Richardson.
Right.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets a competent quarterback, Michael Pittman is back to being Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman is... I would buy him so low in Dynasty right now for people who are freaking out. Like, it depends on the owner of Pittman if you're in a Dynasty league, because, like, they might see that it's a quarterback issue. So they'll keep him or maybe trade, like, a nice, easy trade. But if you got a guy who's just, like, over it, go get him.
Yeah.
That slot's got more love now.
Yeah. Pittman, 6, 113, 32-yard long ball. Josh Downs, 8 for 82 and a touchdown. Johnny Taylor caught 3 for 20. Just a good get. Even Ogletree was like, you don't hear about him ever. He caught a touchdown. I mean, it was one target for 50. It was the only thing he caught that day, but give the big man a little love.
Yep.
So yeah, Flacco comes in, the offense completely flips the switch. So Richardson needs to, I don't know what they need to do with this kid, but they need to do something with this kid because it's not working. His rushing upside is not making up for the lack of pocket presence at all.
Gotta swallow your pride.
Something's gotta happen.
Start the better player.
Something's gotta happen.
Yep.
Justin Fields. Here we go. 22 of 34 for 312 and a touchdown. So box score. Looks good. Good game. Mm-hmm. Wasn't a good game. Didn't look good.
What didn't look good? That he was having to throw outside the numbers on 53% of his passes throughout the first 3 weeks because of how bad the O-line is.
He didn't look
and he still completed
doing
all of it. He completed a lot of it.
That
didn't look good when he completed outside those numbers.
No.
I think that gives a lot of opportunities for George Pickens to make those plays that he does and break away, make those acrobatic plays. Fields is getting outside those numbers and making those plays. Is he not?
So it's time to separate, for everyone listening, separating actual quarterback play and fantasy.
Yeah.
If you're in fantasy,
let's
you
forget
start
about
Justin.
fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Forget about fantasy. Did you hear what I said?
You're starting Justin Fields.
Did
Forget
anyone?
fantasy?
Yeah,
I heard about
Did
it.
you
I
hear
heard
what
what
I
you
said?
Okay.
What?
When he is pressured, which he was, based
30
on
times.
this, 30 times, and he has to go outside those numbers, still having 104 passer rating, okay, and throwing a lot of those balls outside the numbers pretty accurately. What's bad?
He fumbled twice, once near the red zone.
Okay. And Sam
Lost
Darnold,
the-
you guys praised, and Sam Darnold fumbled once. He was sacked
Sam-
twice. He got an
Sam-
interception.
Smarter plays, though.
Sam Darnold was way ahead.
Sam's-
Sam Darnold threw for 3 touchdowns.
He's not chucking it up
Yeah.
to his best receiver and hoping.
Well, kind of. I mean, it's Justin Jefferson. We're talking about how, you have
He's
a
not
great receiver like
chucking
Justin
it to
Jefferson,
Justin.
too.
He's not
He's not
closing his
chucking.
eyes
He's
and
being
just-
accurate. I'm not saying he's not good this week. But I'm not saying that
So
Justin Fields is
Darnold,
bad this
Justin
week.
Fields. Who you starting? Justin
Justin
Fields, Darnold. As a quarterback.
As a quarterback?
Not fantasy, as a quarterback.
As a
Not-
quarterback,
yeah, we're not talking
it
about
depends
fantasy.
on
We're
the
not
team,
talking
but I
about
would start
fantasy.
Justin Fields because he has more presence
That's all I need.
recently
Just-
outside in the numbers, and he doesn't take those sacks like Sam Darnold does.
Nope. This is the one game that he had to do something to win, and he failed. The other games that he
Oh,
won, he
please.
didn't have to do anything.
It's not
He didn't-
all on
he
one
didn't-
person to win a game. George Pickens dropped a
it's
touchdown in the end zone.
All right.
George Pickens also
Do you know
fumbled. Is George
Do you
Pickens
know
a bad
how
wide
many
receiver?
passes Justin Fields missed George Pickens?
I
This
know.
So
is
many.
not. This is not a good defensive line either. You get 30 pressures and you sack him 4 times. That's bad. That's not. You're not accomplishing anything. That's just telling me that the Steelers' O-line allows pressure, but the Colts D-line can't finish. And I get
how can you
Justin
say that,
Fields
like-
is a.
How can you say that he didn't play good this game?
He fumbled twice. He
fumbled one time
He needed to.
They didn't.
for a
No,
loss.
I thought you see.
All those yards, he
They fumbled
got
twice,
24
lost once.
points.
Dude, it's.
So it happens.
They needed him
it's
to
a
win.
team. It's a team effort.
Oh man.
It's his job to manage the team and get them down the
So
field.
this is what it is. One quarterback does the whole team, right? They need to
No.
let him be a game manager. They're not letting him be a game manager as much as he should be. He's not managing anything
he
on the
can't.
field. They're calling the
That's
plays.
what he did for the first 3 games. Is what he did. He just didn't. Don't do anything.
He's not a game manager. He's a scramble and hope.
They need.
Yeah, not.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can agree
Kevin-
to disagree, but I just don't see.
Kevin,
it
pick
here.
one. Sam Darnold, Justin Fields.
Oh, Sam Darnold all the way. I don't care what anybody says.
Not fantasy as a quarterback to
I
win a
think
game.
Sam Darnold is a better quarterback.
Yeah. Okay.
Simple
All
as
right.
that.
That's fine. Agree
I
to
think
disagree.
Justin Fields is. I think Justin Fields is overrated.
I think
really do.
you can make the argument Justin Fields fantasy wise over Darnold.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that.
Just because
Yeah,
of rushing
no, but
upside.
I'm not
Rushed
talking
for 55
fantasy.
yards
I'm
and 2
talking
touchdowns.
Darnold is
Real-
playing better right now this year. Yes, he's in a great position with his team. Their
Then give me
defense
another
is
one.
taking things
Not-
over. But I'm
I
saying
don't know why you love Justin Fields so much.
I don't
You
love
mean,
Justin Fields so
Jaden
much. I'm
Daniels.
defending on him not being a terrible quarterback. I don't know why you guys
Daniels
hate
or
Justin
Justin
Fields
Fields?
so much.
A lot of
You-
anger
you
here.
guys- I think you guys hate him so much because he's on the waiver wire in so many leagues and no one picks him up. And he performs as a top 10 quarterback.
Jaden Daniels or Justin Fields?
Jaden
Jaden
Daniels.
Daniels all the way.
Jaden Daniels.
Daniels.
Who else?
Gino.
Oh wait, so now you say Daniels, but you had to.
Gino?
Oh.
Gino.
Are we using
Gino,
the same
big
weapons
Gino.
that Gino has?
Yeah.
Then Gino. If he has DK, Lockett, and JSN, I'm picking Gino
Okay, fine.
every day.
If you threw Gino into this offense,
I'd pick Justin Fields.
I'll take Gino.
Gino.
Okay.
Give
You
me-
see where
give me
quarterbacks
one
go
more.
in different offenses and different teams.
know who
All right,
You see what happened to Sam
Justin
Darnold.
Fields
You see
or
what
Daniel
happens to them.
Jones. Choose.
Justin Fields.
That's
Justin Fields.
I might go Fields with that one. That's not saying
Fields.
much though.
Dak Prescott or Justin Fields?
Oh,
That's
Prescott.
Prescott.
We're
I
moving
would
on.
take
Now we're
Prescott
doing-
next.
over
There's too much
Fields
time.
any day.
All
of the
right,
week.
Yeah,
all right,
next-
all right,
next
all
game.
right. Najee did good. George
We could
Pickens
go through the
did
whole
good.
fucking list
No,
of
wait,
players.
Najee did terrible. 13
Oh yeah,
for
no,
19.
Najee did do terrible. I'm reading that wrong. 13 and 19.
You're reading-
Crap. George
Yep.
Pickens 7-1-13. George Pickens is the guy on that team. Pat
Yep.
Freiermuth got involved. Najee did catch 3 for 54. That's what I was looking at. So yeah, not too shabby. Okay,
Solid RB2.
don't talk about the most
Najee-
boring game
Najee
to watch
looks
of the
bad.
week. This is a rain game, so as much as you want to give that to them, maybe I don't know. Denver Broncos beat the Jets 10-9. Crap game of the week. Bo
Terrible.
Nix 12 of 25 for 60 yards and a touchdown. Ugh, the fact that the Broncos are winning games makes me want to throw up.
They're 2-2.
Broncos-
I can't believe
so
it.
The Broncos need
crazy.
to clean house and get a whole new fucking team.
They
I don't
just
care what anybody
did.
says.
They just
Well,
did that.
They didn't do it right.
Clearly.
They kept Sutton and Javante.
Javante 16 to 77.
I mean,
Cortland Sutton, 3
Rodgers
for
wasn't that
60 and a
great
tutty.
either. So
You know what's really, really funny about this game? Bo Nix has 60 yards. Cortland Sutton has 60 receiving yards. That was it.
Well, how does that work?
he throws the ball.
How's that even possible?
Because Burton and Javante just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, okay.
It was not good. So Cortland Sutton caught all the yards, essentially, is what I'm saying.
Got it.
I don't know if that's
Yeah.
worth anything to anybody. I don't know if you start him. I think that's a bad call. Because
It
Bo
was a
Nix
bet
is
you don't
bad.
start anybody on that team right now.
Bo Nix is bad.
No, bad. Broncos are bad.
Yep.
Jets.
Horrible team.
What the hell, Jets?
24. Aaron Rodgers, 24 42, 225, no
embarrassing.
touchdowns, and a nice and sore knee.
It's time
Yeah.
for Aaron Rodgers
Aaron
to
Judge.
hang up the cleats. Hang them up.
They had no protection
You've
for
done
him
He's
in this
gonna
game.
play. He's gonna play at least one more year.
Denver's defense was no joke.
Can we
this
talk
game.
about something? I gotta talk about something. What the fuck happened at Brees Hall?
Oh, yeah.
10
your man.
carries,
Cow,
4
10
your man.
yards. Braylon Allen
Braylon
did
Allen.
better. Aaron Rodgers ran better than Brees Hall.
What?
What happened to Brees Hall?
Braylon Allen.
I didn't watch this game because
I had it
put me
on
to sleep.
I had it on one of the other TVs off to the side, and it was so pathetically bad. I don't know how to justify this. It was a rain game, so you're supposed to run.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah,
the
that's
Broncos
red
defense
flags.
is good. The Broncos defense is very good. But what the hell?
Yeah.
So, Brees Hall thing freaks me out. 10 of 4. Aaron Rodgers ran for 26 yards on 5. And Braylon Allen ran 8 times for 34 yards. So nobody did good, but Brees Hall did like really, really bad.
Bad.
So that scares me. Mike Williams, 4 for 67. He is getting more involved, which is a very good thing. Lazard, 5 for 58. Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers cannot get on the same page. I don't know how many routes you guys watched here, but there were multiple times where Rodgers throws the ball to where Garrett would be wide open, but he's throwing it before Wilson makes a cut. Like, you're throwing it before he gets there, clearly. And Garrett runs the other way, wrong route. Like 2 or 3 times this happens, and Aaron's getting mad, which
yeah.
doesn't help because then he doesn't throw the ball to you anymore.
And you know he's talking to him in the clubhouse saying, "Hey
yeah,
man,
what the hell are you
it's
doing?"
your fault." Because he's, want to know what? Aaron Rodgers is not a true leader. I hate Aaron Rodgers with a burning passion.
I do
you
too.
See,
he's definitely not a 100%.
nope. And then him and Salah are fighting, right?
Right, because he thinks it's going to be his team. He wants to do all the way he wants it.
It's a whole
all
bunch
he's doing
of
is
crap. Salah's trying to play nice with everybody, and Rodgers is basically saying we need to keep people we got to keep that shit accountable, regardless of whether it's Garrett Wilson or Tyler Conklin. It doesn't matter. You got to. So I get that, but this was awful, and this is why I was saying I would take Neighbors. I would take Neighbors over Garrett Wilson. I would take a lot of people over Garrett Wilson any day. Garrett Wilson is not this primo wide receiver we thought he was coming in. If he doesn't know what routes he's supposed to run, dude, that receiver class was supposed to be unreal, and he was at the top of that list. He's not dude, I would take Olave over him. Who else was in that class? Yeah. It was him, Olave.
Was it Pickens?
Pickens. Yeah, a lot of people.
There's a whole bunch.
You also have to remember he went against Surtain. Surtain shuts people out.
I agree
DK
with
Metcalf,
that. True. Right.
Not Chris Godwin. Mike Evans, the second wide receiver. George Pickens, he shut everyone out. Now, if you truly, I'm worried about Garrett Wilson. I am. But if you need to make a move, this is a perfect buy low window.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
if
touch
you
him.
still have a little
Depends
bit
on how low
of faith, because I don't even know who they're versing next, but if you have a little bit of faith
Minnesota.
in them,
don't get destroyed.
I'm not touching Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, but they have
if
you're doing in redraft,
put him on the bench.
You're versing the Bills, right? Coming up, you're versing Vikings, Steelers. They're gonna have to throw it in those games. It's gonna be hard, but
I don't like it.
It's not a good schedule, but if you need to buy low,
the biggest thing I'm having with Garrett Wilson is you should know your routes.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Not impressed.
You need to know your goddamn. And it wasn't like it was a one-time thing. I get that happens. It was 3 or 4 times in one game.
I agree with Kevin. I think if the Jets don't make the playoffs this year, right, Aaron Rodgers is going to complain to Woody Johnson and whoever else. I don't like Salah. Salah's gone.
Yeah.
That shiny head,
crazy.
gone.
Right. But that's
shiny.
That's not the way it should be done. It should not be
It's
done
how it
because
is.
I know.
I agree with you.
I know. Just because the quarterback has all the say in the world.
Yeah.
I want this guy gone. I want that guy gone. I want this guy gone. The owner needs to be like, all right, this is my team. I can do whatever I want to control it, right? Same thing with the GM. The GM's like, all right, this guy's got to go, this guy's got to go. It's not because the players shouldn't have all that freaking power. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever.
Kevin, I agree with you 100%.
I'm done with Rodgers. I'm done with Saleh.
Let's move on to...
Yeah. The Jets. All right, we're done with the Jets.
I agree, Kevin.
We're done with the Jets. Garrett Wilson's...
Yep.
Eagles get throttled by Tampa, 16-33.
The Eagles need to fix their O-line.
Jalen Hurts played a bad game. Barkley tried his best. 10 for 84. But they had no one to throw the ball to.
Hurts' defense.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert can only do so much.
Exactly. Everyone else, Paris Campbell, Grant, kind of can't pronounce the guy's last name. Calcutta, whatever his name is.
Is it like Toodle's last name?
Calataria.
Yeah, without AJ and Devonta, this offense is just, they have nobody.
They did get that one receiving TD on them. They broke that streak.
Imagine being a Browns fan.
Oof. Feels bad.
Baker Mayfield, 30 of 47, 347 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a Tom Brady game.
Love him.
Love
Baker.
God.
He's turning his whole career around, I'll tell you.
Dude, it's awesome. I'm just becoming a fan because at this point, because of what happened in Cleveland, and then he went everywhere. He go to the Panthers, he went to LA. It's just kind of cool. It's a fun story. You know what I mean? So it's good for him. He seems like a decent enough dude, honestly. So
yeah.
Bucky Irving,
my man, right there.
Dude, Bucky Irving and Rachaad White have the same stat line. This is kind of crazy.
Identical.
Both of them are
Minus
10 for 49. Mm-hmm. Bucky got the touchdown. They're splitting it pretty even.
Yeah,
Bucky looks a little quicker. If you watch the game, he looks a little faster, but they're splitting it pretty even. Mike
getting more of the
Evans,
red
8
zone
for
looks.
94 and a
Hold
touchdown.
on. Real quick, Bucky's
Red
getting more
zone.
of the red
Yeah.
zone looks, but Rashad White's still working in between the 20s.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up again.
Can you hear me?
That was cool, Shrek.
You're breaking up, but
I got you. Bucky's
yeah.
getting the red zone targets, it seems like, so yeah.
Yep.
Mike Evans, 8 for 94 and a touchdown. Chris Godwin, 6 for 69. Cade Otton, 6 for 52, which in tight end speech lately is a fantastic tight end game.
When I started him, he got a goose egg. Yeah,
Dude, tight ends are
whatever.
so brutal.
Hit and miss.
But
yeah.
this really was Eagles' offense is crap without their boys, and
Yep.
Tampa looks like they're winning that division. They look really fun to watch.
The Buccaneers have the Eagles' number.
Oh yeah,
gotta
They
tell
beat
you-
him in the playoffs too.
Yeah, they did.
Remember I think it was last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a couple more weeks until we see those running back, wide receivers coming back. AJ. Brown.
they'll be back
No,
after they have a
no.
bye week this week, and then they'll be back after that. So
Hopefully, yeah.
they
Okay.
should be back. They should be fine. Bengals beat the Panthers 34 to 24.
Joe Burrow needs to go.
The Bengals.
He's fine.
The Bengals offense look good.
Yeah.
Their defense doesn't, but that's okay. Joe Burrow, 22 of 31 for 232 and 2 touchdowns. He threw 1 pick. Chase Brown and Zach Moss are splitting this backfield to the point where I can't tell whose it is. I mean, it seems like Chase Brown's the guy to go with. He's getting the red zone targets. 15, 80, 2 touchdowns. Zach Moss, 15, 51. Chase seems like he's the guy, but they are splitting it very, very even.
Yeah. I think Moss got a couple touchdowns called back.
I think
believe.
Chase
I
is
think
still
you're
mad
right.
he didn't
He
get his
did.
contract.
I don't care. He's hit three for 85 and a touchdown. He's fine.
Yeah.
T. Higgins getting involved. Finally, 6 for 60. Thank
Nice.
God.
Good stats.
So that's
Good
good.
stats.
That's good. Andy Dalton tried. 25 of
better
40.
better than Bryce.
Dude, I could play
Oh,
better
that's
than
who I was
Bryce right
thinking.
now. 25 of 40, 220, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He tried. He got the ball to Deontay. Deontay is safe with Dalton. 7
Yep.
of 83 or 7 for 83 for a touchdown. Leggett got involved, 6 for 66 and a touchdown. He looked good. Chuba Hubbard, my God.
Woo!
Chuba's a
Chuba,
man.
baby.
He ran all over the Bengals. Bengals defense is not good.
I have a question. What's his face comes back? Who's the rookie? Brooks.
Yeah.
He comes back. He's activated. What happens to Chuba here?
You
We're
got
gonna
to
have
keep
to see.
Chuba in until
You gotta keep
You
Chuba.
I think
have
it's
to.
more-
When he's
it's
running
more that you're
18 for
gonna-
104.
It's more that you're going to lower
Huh?
Sanders' expectations than Chuba.
Sanders
Well,
is
Sanders is an
out. As
afterthought.
soon as Brooks
Yeah.
comes back, Sanders is out. I think
Yeah.
you're going to see more of a Chase Brown, Zach Moss. You're going to split more. Chuba's not going to be as much of a workhorse. But as far as this season goes, I don't see Brooks making a big difference in Dynasty. By next
Yeah.
year, I think he's got the backfield.
Yeah, I can see that.
But this offense
But
is running.
redraft, Chuba's been great for me.
Redraft. Once you get an inkling of Brooks coming back, you trade high or sell high on Chuba, I think.
Yes. Next, this one.
Jaguars, Texans.
Another running
They
back
almost
situation.
Dude, they almost did it. The Jaguars tried. Trevor, 18 of 33 for 169 and 2 touchdowns. That's kind of crappy. Tank Bigsby, 7 for 90. Travis Etienne, 11 for 50. So if you drafted Etienne, you're kind of screwed.
He's kind of scared, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Is Bigsby taking over?
It's a
I mean,
committee.
okay, so
Committee?
Bigsby's more than half of his yards was in that one long run. He had a 58-yard run.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see
So
it. Yep.
no, I think it's a lot of ETN. Bigsby was making moves though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he got just as many carries. Basically, it was 7 versus 11 for ETN. I think it's just a little skewed by that one run, honestly.
But Etienne had a great year last year, like one of the best as he's ever had.
He's not
Now,
repeating it so far.
Not repeating it.
No, if you
Not
drafted him, you drafted him way too early because you drafted him one.
Yep.
What was he? He was going first, second round, early first,
Yeah.
or early second round.
Someone that was drafted late that people.
Yeah.
Someone
agree,
that was
Kev.
drafted late that
I
people
think that-
should be excited about is Brian Thomas Jr. though.
I was
Hell
about to
yeah,
say.
love him.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Definitely for
Thomas.
Dynasty, too.
for sure.
Oh, my God.
But I gotta tell you, I think Peterson needs to go, and they need to find a new
I agree with that,
head
actually.
coach. I
Which,
think
yeah.
I think he's just destroying that team. I think that culture is getting destroyed because of him. I think Trevor Lawrence is not getting the right plays being called. It's just
I think
I agree with
Peterson's
that.
not ready. Peterson's not helping Trevor, and Trevor needs a little help.
right. he
Trevor's
needs
not a
lot of
bad
help.
quarterback. I don't think
No.
Trevor's a bad quarterback. I think his coaching experience since he got into the league has been crap,
Right.
which
Like Chip
doesn't
Kelly.
help. The fact that he's still holding on actually kind of really gives him more credit because he's making do almost with his shitty coaching situations. I think if he
the
got
only
thrown
reason
into a
he-
better coaching
Go
staff,
ahead.
he'd be actually worth a damn.
I
But-
think that it's the only reason he has a head coaching job is because he won the Super Bowls with the Eagles,
Mhm.
and that's what his
Yeah.
his resume
Agree.
is. And
Yeah.
Agree.
I think Super Bowls Super Bowls alone are not the way you should be able to be a head coach in this league.
No,
You need to have-
he's. I actually. Jesus Christ, Kev.
You know who should not be a running back in this league?
Wow.
Cam Akers.
That's good points.
Oh, my God. Here
Cam
it goes.
Akers
Cam
didn't
Akers, we're
look
not
too
gonna get-
hot.
He's okay.
But J.J. Taylor,
But we're not
Yeah.
talking about
he was
Cam
all
Akers
right. But
Hold on.
yeah, but we're gonna move on from this. You can stick with this with your corner.
Cam
all
Akers
right?
should have done more than he did with this situation,
Yes.
and now Mixon's coming
Can't
back,
get-
so Cam Akers is done. Brian Thomas, though, real quick, who sat him? I
In
did.
Dynasty?
I did. No. In one of my other, I sat Brian Thomas.
Who'd you start over him?
Oh fuck! I'll get
I
back
have it
to
in
you.
Dynasty.
I'll get back to you in a second.
Eh,
It wasn't like a hard decision. It was pretty like straight up. I think you know what it was. I'll get back to you on that. But
Yep.
he played really well. He played 6 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown. Christian Kirk finally. Where the hell has he been? 7 for 61 and a touchdown. I just looked up and got Kevin's face. Oh my god.
Sorry. Sorry. I apologize.
CJ 27 to 40, 345, 2 touchdowns. CJ's back. CJ's so good.
Love CJ.
CJ's the only quarterback out of that draft class that is like really good. It must be
Love him.
terrible to have like had the choice of the 3 and pick the wrong one entirely. That must suck. Cam Akers was bad. Cam Akers was bad. Nico Collins is the wide receiver 1. He is
Whew.
so good. 12 for 151 and a touchdown. 15
Diggs,
targets,
baby.
man. Diggs looks good. Tank was out,
Out. He was out.
so Diggs got more.
Yep.
But Diggs looked good. 5 for 69. Not bad for an old man.
Nope.
But yeah, Nico's fantastic. All right.
Next game.
I don't even know where to start with this. The Commanders go to Arizona and beat down the Cardinals. Jaden Daniels, at this point, should be getting Rookie of the Year. 26 of 30 for 233, 1 touchdown, 1 pick that I don't remember if it was a tip ball or not. Honestly, I'd have to watch that back. Dude, Jaden looks so freaking good.
Elite. He looks
I
so
love my man
mature.
Jaden.
His
Love-
decision making,
so great.
his pocket press, he just looks on it.
Yes.
Also, Brian Robinson,
Woo, let's go.
he got shot with a magic bullet.
Yep.
21 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown. Dude, it was.
I was
he's
confident.
So good.
So I started him over Kenneth Walker in Dynasty. I know, but
don't
hear me
know.
out. My thought process was Eckler's out, no competition. Walker's coming back from an injury.
Yeah, no, I
against a
agree
good
with. I agree with the thought process. I would have done the same.
Oh
thing.
yeah, with a good Lions team. So I started B-Rob. I still won, so
No,
it's all
I
good.
agree. No one thought Walker was going to come back and just beat
Yeah.
Kenny Walker. Kenny Walker looks so much better than Charbonnet. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even close. Like Charbonnet looked good, and then you get Kenny back, and you're like, oh,
Yeah, but B-Rob,
B-Rob's great.
love him.
Terry McLaurin, 7 for 52.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that, man? Dude, someone help me out.
Oh, Zacchaeus.
Zacchaeus, thank you. Fuck. Now, you say
Yeah.
his name and I know who he is, but to read
Yeah.
that, I'm like,
I know the first name. I'm not even gonna
I
try.
said nope. 6 for 85. He looked good. Noah Brown, meh. Zach Ertz, meh.
But Terry McLaurin,
McLaurin.
I'm more comfortable now.
Yeah, Jaden's starting to look good enough that,
Yes.
no, I like where this is going. Kyler Murray, 16 of 22 for 142 and a touchdown. I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how you go from last week to this week. It doesn't make sense.
It's very sporadic.
I don't know what happened. James Conner, monster. 18, 104, 1 touchdown. James Conner looks so good.
Yep.
Harrison still got his. Marv, 5 for 45 and a touchdown. Even with the low yards and the low targets, 6 targets, he got his touchdown.
Yes.
He's just a touchdown once a week, almost guaranteed at this point.
I think he's scoring
Michael
every
Wilson-
touchdown early in the games, too. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been like first quarter touchdowns and then...
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see kind of how that plays out. We'll see if McBride comes back and makes a difference. I don't know if that was the issue here. I don't know. So we'll see.
The throws weren't accurate either
okay.
this week. With,
Yeah.
Murray. He was
You
not
would
that
think with
accurate.
them having to come back from that far, they would have been throwing more. I don't know why they were running so much. Like James Conner has 18 carries, and they were down the entire game.
Weird.
So why are you not throwing the ball? Like, I don't know. I don't get what happened there.
But Commanders are legit. I think Dan Quinn really helped that team.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Significantly. That team looks great.
100%.
I actually like to see it. Like, I'm so sick and tired of the Giants and the Cowboys and the Eagles. Like, I want to see them do something, please.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, the,
Patriots-
Yeah,
the
look-
Giants
they look
have a
good.
long way to go before they're doing anything.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Commanders are now the number 3 team in that division. The Giants are just,
They're moving up.
yep.
They might be.
They might be
I mean, they might be
closer to
number
1.
2.
They might be number 1. They
They're
are
number
number 1.
one.
They are
They
number
might
one right
be
now,
number
yeah.
1. All right. Next game. The Commanders are good.
Okay. Next game, the Patriots go to San Francisco, and they got beat up. But
Blah.
it is what it
Well,
is. Nick Bosa
screw
was
that team.
up Jacoby Brissett's. He was breathing down his throat the entire game. Brissett got pressured 25 times. He got sacked 6 times. 19 to
Didn't Drake
32.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
19 to 32, 168. Touchdown. Yeah, but okay, here's the thing with that. You weren't going to start Drake May halfway through this game because he was just going to get dead.
No.
So
No,
you
no,
let
no,
this one
start him on
play
a fresh
out.
game.
I would
Fresh
start him
week.
next week.
Yeah.
Ramondre
fresh.
did
Give him a fresh
nothing.
week.
Ramondre fumbled on the first touch he had. So 13 of 43.
Antonio Gibson season.
No, he's not.
No.
3 for
6 for 12?
67.
No.
No, this was just a complete defensive domination over the Patriots. There's not much to say there. Brock Purdy had another fantastic game. 15 of 27, 288, and a touchdown. That interception was not his fault.
Just wait till.
I was going to say, this box score doesn't look too
It
good.
was not his. It was 100% not his fault. But he threw. If you go look at his highlight reel real quick, he threw some balls that I'm sitting there. There's no way he threw that. The one. First of all, okay, we're not going to sit on this game too long. But the Niners, Brock Purdy, the one drive goes down. He scored 3 touchdowns on one drive. They kept getting.
Oh, yeah, I
kept
saw
getting
that.
called
I
back,
saw that.
Kept getting called
Yeah, I
back.
saw that. Yep.
So he played. I love this kid. Jordan Mason's fantastic. He's going to be really fun to watch with CMC. It's going to be a 1-2 punch, blah, blah, blah. CMC is not going to be as much of a workhorse, which is good coming from the Achilles thing. So it'll be great. Juwan
They're going
Jennings.
to bring him back slow. So
Juwan Jennings outplayed both the guys who actually have money in their pocket. So,
So funny.
well, he got a long ball. It was a beautiful
Yeah,
ball,
still.
too. If you go watch that catch was
Yeah, I got to watch it.
It was really, this was a highlight of Brock Purdy's ball placement. It was fantastic. So they just beat him up. It is what it is. Browns lose to Vegas. Browns suck. Deshaun Watson's terrible. We can move past that really quick. Deshaun Watson, 24-32, 176, touchdown and pick. He looked like crap.
Bad.
Jerome Ford, 10 for 58. Meh. Jerry Jeudy sucks.
If he's on your waiver,
Like,
though,
all
and
of
you
it's
need him
bad.
in bye weeks, you should pick him up.
Amari
Depending
Cooper.
on the matchup.
Yeah, I can agree.
Amari Cooper should have a touchdown here.
Yeah.
He got thrown a ball. There was a holding call, and if you watch it, it doesn't matter. Watch it 10 times. It won't find the holding call. It was a really bad call. So Amari Cooper should be at least, I don't remember how long the ball was. Let's just call it an extra 10, 15 yards and a touchdown. So he should be a lot more safe than this.
Yep.
But I also think he's getting traded. So, Gardner Minshew, 14 to 24. He didn't throw the ball at all. 130 yards. He was awful.
Terrible.
They're talking about switching to Aiden and seeing how he does.
They should.
Madison, 5 for 60. Zamir, 17 for 50, which is volume and no efficiency whatsoever.
They're going to give
So
Madison
that's
more
terrible.
work. I think they already said Madison's going to have more work soon.
Yeah, Zamir White looked
Good.
bad. And Madison's not a good starting running back either. So their running back room is crap, essentially.
Yep.
Jacoby's going to be the guy. If Devontae gets traded, Jacoby's going to be a massive, massive pickup this year. If you can get him now, I don't know, like if maybe the Jacoby manager is not paying attention, go try and snag him real quick before Devontae gets traded. You never know. So he went 5 for 49. That's about it. Trey Tucker, 5 for 41. It was a boring game. Boring, low scoring, bad offenses. Just crap. Okay, Sunday night. Chiefs beat the Chargers. This is also a boring game. The Chiefs look like crap. Chargers look like crap, but you expect the Chargers to look like crap. Chiefs look bad, which
They
makes
got
me
no
so
weapons.
very happy. Huh?
They have no weapons.
Dude, I
Everyone's
love
hurt
it.
on that team.
I love it.
I'm
Patrick
so
Mahomes.
glad.
Patrick Mahomes, 19 of 29 for 245, a touchdown and a pick. He does not look good. Kareem Hunt is a massive waiver wire pickup for now. For
I
now,
tried getting him.
don't add
So-
me. Pacheco's not coming back.
All right,
No, he's
who is coming back, though?
Clyde.
Yeah, so you never know how that's going to get impacted, too. On top
Clyde's
of that,
proven to be crap.
you have Samaje
Clyde is the
Perine, who
biggest
didn't play
first round
horribly,
bust
too.
in forever.
Well, we'll see. I
Clyde's
mean,
bad.
we'll see how it goes. I think there's too many mouths to feed in that backfield, and they should be passing it, and everything should go through Kelsey and Xavier Worthy, in my opinion. But Hunt
should.
is good at running north and south. He's good at just running straight, and he's producing like that. You're right, but I don't know how long that's going to keep up.
We'll see what the Chiefs do. If the Chiefs pick up Amari, then Amari immediately becomes the one. Xavier Worthy takes a back seat. Travis, we shall see.
He's the one.
I'm over Travis.
So Kareem Hunt went 14 of 69, or 14 for 69. We'll see if that plays out. If he's on your waiver, I would drop a little bit on him. I'm not saying dump your bank. Just drop a little bit, see what happens. Kelsey is 7 for 89. He finally woke up. We're going to see if that sustains or if this is... I don't know what to do with Kelsey right now. Xavier Worthy, 3 for 73. That's just because he's fast as hell. So, I don't know. The Chiefs' offense looks bad. Justin Herbert, 16 of 27, 179, a touchdown. Huh?
No, I was just saying Noah Gray, if you need somebody, he's like, after Fab clears, pick him up if you have an extra spot.
Maybe, but
Or Juju,
again,
who knows?
it depends on if they pick up Amari soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
But J.K. Dobbins, 14 to 32. Gus Edwards. J.K. is the offense here. Gus Edwards, 6 of 19. Lad McConkey, 5 for 67. Josh Palmer, 3 for 36. Lad's a very good waiver wire pickup too if he's available. I would grab him. Okay. Bills, Ravens. This was supposed to be a really fun game to watch, and then I don't know what the hell happened. Like, the Bills just fell apart, man. Josh Allen, 16 to 29. This is his first really bad game of the year, 180.
Yep.
To the point where they put in Trubisky.
Yeah.
He looked good though.
James Cook, 9 for 39. He did nothing. And then he threw the ball a little, like Shakir got 62 yards, Coleman got 51, but it didn't matter. No one did anything, right? The Bills' offense was just abysmal.
That was Shakir's only miss, I think, in the year so far. Missed catch.
Yeah, I mean, he still got
accurate
62
prior.
yards. It's okay. James
Oh,
Cook, like
yeah.
you knew James Cook wasn't getting anything this game. The Ravens' run defense is ridiculous. So you knew James Cook was not getting anything, but that meant Josh was going to throw the ball. Your receivers were going to get some, and he was going to have a good game. But that just nope. Lamar, he didn't throw the ball at all. He threw the ball to nobody. 13 of 18.
Didn't
2
need to.
touchdowns. Derrick freaking Henry. First time he touched the ball, 24 carries for 199 yards. And the first time he touches the ball is an 87-yard touchdown.
Yep.
King
It's
hanger, right?
insane.
Ridiculous.
There's
Lamar
no
ran for 54
signs of
yards and a
slowing
touchdown.
down.
Nope.
It's crazy. He's so big, too. Like, he was standing next to Josh Allen. I'm like, why are you two the same height and you're a running back? He's
Yeah.
just so big.
He's a big boy.
Justice Hill was the only one catching balls, 6 for 78 and a touchdown. It was all dink and dunk and running. That's all it was. There was
Yeah.
not a single long ball this game.
Poor Zay Flowers.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
Zay is
The-
abysmal.
And
Yeah,
Andrews.
that.
This is a whole different offense now that Derrick Henry's there. It's going all running. And Andrews is freaking blocking. He got 0 points because he's a blocker right now for that O-line. And those dink and dunks, like you said, Justice Hill is getting those receiving, like 6 receptions on 6 targets.
He's a pickup,
I
too,
think
if
it's
he's
gonna
available.
be he's gonna be a boom bust RB like 3. It depends on how he is, if he gets a touchdown or not. But like he's done 2 weeks like this and 2 weeks like duds, so we'll see
Yeah.
how he does. But he is a pickup.
Monday
yeah.
night.
I pick him.
Monday night doubleheader. Titans Miami was just terrible. This is a good time for a doubleheader because this game was awful. I don't really know what they were thinking when they put this on a Monday night game because even with Tua, this is a bad game.
Yeah.
Both games were bad, though.
Will Levis gets hurt diving for a first down, lands directly on his shoulder. Apparently he's okay. He didn't like collarbone fracture. He didn't do anything. So he should be back. But he wasn't doing much. He threw a pick before he hurt himself. Nothing was going on. Mason Rudolph, he's not a starting quarterback in this league, so he did awful. 9 for 17, 85 yards. Tony Pollard, however, 22 for 88 and a touchdown. And Tajay Spears, 15 for 39 and a touchdown. So they at least got something. Hopkins and Boyd, maybe a little. They got 2 balls for 31. There was no passing game in this at all.
No. So no one cracked 100 yards passing.
No,
Nope.
it was brutal. Tyler Huntley is awful.
Oh.
He's so
And
bad.
people were praising him.
Dude,
Oh, he's so
The
good.
best thing you could have, not really, but like it played out. If you picked up the Titans defense, knowing you were getting a starting quarterback who's been with the team for like 5 days, it's a pretty good play.
Yeah.
So Tyler Huntley, 14 of 22 for 96 yards, just bad. He ran
Even-
for 40, so he wasn't confident.
Garbage.
He wasn't confident in throwing because he was just running away.
It's all garbage time, too. They
Yeah.
didn't score until last second.
It was so bad, man.
Even A-Chain didn't
The
play
game
well.
looked...
Achan 10
Yeah.
for 15, dude. You would think he would be the crutch. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then Jalen Waddle caught the most receiving yards. 4 catches, 36 yards. Tyreek Hill, 4 for 23.
So confirmed, you're not starting Waddle until
I'm not
there's
starting
clarity.
either of them. I might be sitting
You're not
Tyreek Hill.
starting Hill.
It's sad you won't start Hill or Waddle. I won't even touch
You
any of them at this
Wow.
point
Can't.
because at first, Waddle was a 4th round pick, Hill was a 1st round pick. You have to start your studs usually, but after
Not
seeing
when
all
you're
this,
down to
it's
the
just
5th
bad.
quarterback option.
The biggest
I thought he'd
thing
be
I
a
got.
little better.
No, that's just not good. The biggest thing I got from this game is that when Mostert comes back, I don't know how A-Chain's going to be. And I looked at the running backs on Tennessee's side. I started Spears in one of the leagues as a flex, a desperation flex, because Mixon's out. But that split is interesting to me. That split is very interesting, and I can't wait to see it. It reminds me of how ETN split is, and I like those kind of committees. I wanna
Yeah,
how
we'll
it
see
plays
how
out.
it works out. It's crazy that you're to the point. I don't think you're starting really any
Crazy.
Dolphins until you see what happens. Like, I'm scared of all of them.
Waddle and Hill are flex plays if you have and need it.
If you have, yeah, like you kind of.
Can't believe that because Hill's season last year was fantastic. So
It's
It's
all
all-
yeah,
it's
quarterback.
It's all quarterback
but that's because you
dependent.
had Tula. You have Tula Tagovailoa. So
Tula.
Boy. All right. Seahawks,
Final game.
Lions. This at least was fun to watch
I know.
because there was a whole shitload of throwing the ball from the Seahawks. And Jahmyr Gibbs and Monty are just ridiculous. So it was fun to watch. The Seahawks lose 29-42. Seahawks defense is really bad. Geno 38-56, 395, a touchdown and a pick. Who thought 10 years ago when he's on the Jets that we'd be saying Geno 56 attempts for 400 yards and a touchdown? Like, no. So good for Geno, man. Kenny Walker comes back and is the stud we know he is, man. 12 for 80, 3 touchdowns. Charbonnet, abysmal. Kenny Walker is so much better than Charbonnet. It's pathetic. Charbonnet is literally just on your bench waiting for Kenny Walker to get hurt. Like, there's nothing you can do there.
Yep.
DK, 7 for 104. DK,
My boy got
DK's
robbed.
No, we didn't get robbed. Lockett got robbed.
Lockett,
Yeah, robbed with a
5 for
2-point
61.
conversion, a bunch of pass interferences were not called. It was a mess.
It was a mess. JSN 8 for 51 and 11. So here's what I'm gonna say here: the JSN is still getting more targets than Lockett. JSN's taking this role, the second role away from Lockett.
Yeah,
Lockett's doing a little more with it still, but JSN is definitely going to be the 2 by the end of the season.
JSN's a safety blanket in the middle of the field, where Lockett is like the deep threat, like you
He's the
said.
sideline guy.
And DK's also, a deep threat, but he plays all over the
DK's
place.
just a monster of a man. He's so
Yeah, but-
freaking big.
DK had a couple of bad drops though in that game.
So, Jared Goff, 18 of 18, 100% completion rating
Perfect.
for 292, 2 touchdowns.
And he caught one.
Yeah, I was going to say, Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1 for 1 for a 7-yard touchdown pass to Jared Goff. That was one of the most fun little stupid plays I've seen, at least this year. That was kind of cool. Especially if you watch the DB going after Goff. I don't even know if it was a DB or lineman, but his arms are just, whoa. It's pretty fun to watch. Jahmyr Gibbs, 14 to 78, 2 touchdowns. Monty, 12 of 40 and a touchdown, and a Marshawn Lynch style run, dude. If you haven't seen that run, go watch it. He bounces off of 3 people. Like, he brick-walled these guys.
Yep.
So that was a highlight. That's going to be on one of those stupid Good Morning Football runs of the week things that they overdo because whatever. Jamison Williams, 2 for 80 and a touchdown. Sam Laporta, 4 for 53. Tim Patrick, 2 for 52. Holy crap. Amon-Ra, 6 for 45 and a touchdown and a passing touchdown because Amon-Ra.
You know what's surprising too? With Gibbs, who usually gets receiving work, he's had 0 receiving work recently.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, he really didn't even need it. They were so far ahead.
Yeah.
But Gibbs,
Something to monitor.
he still got 2 rushing. He looks so freaking. I love Jahmyr Gibbs. When Monty retires, which I don't even know, like Monty's not that old yet, so these two might just be back to back for 4 more years.
Could be.
Especially if Monty's gonna monster run over people like he just did. Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna be the finesse kind of runner, and Monty's just a dump truck. But they look great. But that pretty much sums up week 4. Not too shabby. Any more thoughts? Are we good to move into Kevin's first live corner? Not pre-recorded, not nothing. Just Kevin's live.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Let's go, Kev.
All right,
I'm ready
Kevin's
for it.
corner.
Show us how it's done, baby.
Get your tissues. Here we go.
You're gonna need it.
Go ahead.
Oh, I thought we were waiting for the intro.
I don't do the.
Just do it.
All right, so
Should I put this
all
in?
right.
Yeah.
Kevin's corner in the house. I screwed that one up. So let me give you little something. I'm tired of the Ravens and Antonio Pierce. That man is a fucking idiot. I don't care who you are, right? I don't care if you're Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, okay? The gods of all idiots, right? You don't have a say in what you want to say. Oh, I don't want this guy. I don't want that guy. I don't want this guy. Davante Adams is a god on that team. And now you say, okay, hold on. We're going to go away. I want to trade his ass. The only good player on your team, you're going to trade him because you don't like the way that he's playing the game? Oh, come on, man. Get it together. I think you need to go in jail because you're a fucking pompous prick, okay? I can't stand your ass. When you were on the Giants, you also sucked. So I don't want to hear from you, okay? Go fuck yourself, all right? Up the ass, around the corner, okay? I want if I ever see that man, that bald head of his on any field, I'm turning the game off. I'm turning it off. All right? If Davante Adams want to stay on the team, let him stay on the team. Just because you don't like him doesn't mean okay. All right, it's time to go. Maybe you should go. The GM should find a new head coach. Maybe even bring Doug Peterson on the team. I bet you he'll fix that team up because look what he's doing with the freaking Jaguars. He's doing shit on that team. You got Trevor Lawrence, he's not a A to a B quarterback, right? And he's destroying that team. Bring him over to the Ravens, who need a decent head coach, and then maybe they'll be a good team. I can't stand that, man. That just boils me over.
And this is why we keep him in the corner.
Time to go.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Nice.
Okay. So we have Kevin corrections real quick. That was it.
I learned a lot, Kev. I learned a lot from your. That was great.
Because Peterson's a bad coach for the Jaguars, you should go to the Raiders.
Oh, he can fix them up.
The Raiders.
Oh, yeah. Actually, the Raiders. I bet the Raiders.
Oh, great
No,
corner.
You said the
great
Ravens.
corner.
You meant the Raiders.
That's what I meant.
Oh man! All right, great corner.
Woo!
Great corner, everybody. Holy crap!
Oh,
I'm at a loss of
crying.
words.
I don't know what to do with that.
Oof.
There's so much wrong. All right, moving
love
on. Huh.
Kept it PG.
No,
Good job.
Did you?
Well, I said a couple of F-bombs, but I didn't
Yeah,
say
it's
anything
fine.
else.
All right.
Let's
Let's get in. We're gonna fix the nonsensical. We're gonna give you a second to wipe your tears. And yeah. All right. We're gonna get into Petey's corner. Or Petey's corner. Oh my God. Petey's picks.
man, I have a corner now?
I have a
Damn.
corner. Petey's picks. He's gonna tell you how to win some money. And I'm gonna go take a minute. So get into it, Petey.
Yep.
Over-unders and bets of the week.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Petey's Picks. Week 5 edition. Last week, all that money you saw last week went poof. We went 0-3. And let's run down real quick what happened. Cowboys minus 5.5 at the Giants. Cowboys won. And they won by 5. The half-point hook kills us once again. Brandon Aubrey missed that field goal, which is usually automatic for him. It's one of the shorter ones for him, and he shanks it. So, a little skeptical on the sports books, but that's an L. Steelers at Colts. We had Steelers minus 1.5. As soon as I saw Anthony Richardson go down, and I see Joe Flacco trot on that field, I knew the game was over. Joe Flacco is an actual quarterback, throws for 2 touchdowns, and they end up beating the Steelers. So, thanks Justin Fields and George Pickens for messing that one up for me. Mostly Fields, but yeah. And the last pick, we just lost outright. Bills plus 2.5. They got trounced on primetime football. Derrick Henry just ran over the Bills. So yeah, we go 0-3 for that week. Our record is 4-8. Not good. Not where we want to be. So let's turn it around right now. The first pick, I got Buccaneers plus 1.5 at the Falcons. Give me the Buccaneers plus the 1.5. So this game's in primetime. Thursday night football. We got Mayfield versus Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins can't play primetime. Kirk Cousins has not looked good, right? We saw it last game. He threw for 1 interception, no touchdowns. They still won because the defense is carrying them. But Mayfield looks like a top 7 quarterback, I'll say. He looks good. He's gelling with all his receivers. Todd Bowles looks, locked in. Running backs, we got Rashad White on the Bucs versus Bijan maybe on the Falcons. Bijan's kind of banged up. He might not play this game. It might be Algier. So with that in mind, I could see it being a wash. If Bijan does play, to lean towards Bijan. But we will see. The wide receivers, right? We got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Cade Otton versus Drake London, Pitts, and Mooney. It's heavy lean towards the Bucs. Mike Evans is a 1,000-yard receiver every year. Every single year. He's a stud. Godwin would be a 1 on other teams. He is a great slot receiver, high receptions. London, I'm not impressed with. Right? He's had a couple flashes, but just not a fan of him. Pitts got a goose egg last week. When is a Pitts, love going to stop? Because he's not that good of a tight end. And Mooney, who Kirk Cousins likes, but it's just Darnell Mooney. Nothing to write home about. So heavy lean towards the Buccaneers. We got the coaches, Todd Bowles versus Raheem Morris. Both kind of defensive guys. Todd Bowles has looked good this past year. I think he's improved a lot. I give a slight lean towards Bowles here. He has the experience in the playoffs. He has more experience than Raheem. So just based on experience, you lean Bowles. Fun fact, the Falcons have failed to cover the spread in the last 7 games against the NFC. So give me the Buccaneers plus 1.5 in prime time versus Kirk Cousins all day. I think they keep it hot, and the Falcons, they keep winning these games by this much. I think they get exploited this week. So boys, what do you think?
Yep. With the way the Bucs have been playing, they look great. Falcons have not. The Kirk Cousins-led offense with all these weapons, it seems to be a lot more hype than it was reality. Mayfield's playing out of his mind. He might be playing the best he's ever in his career. He looks really, really good.
Yeah, he does.
If Bijan plays, they win at running back. Bijan is one of the best running backs in the league, but he can't carry this team, and Kyle Pitts is not getting involved. Drake London is meh. You know what I mean? So yeah. Wide receivers have been fantastic on the Bucs. So it sucks because my heart's telling me the other way around, or at least a really close game. But what's been happening recently, it really should be the Bucs for no other reason, just because they look so good right now. So
they look complete.
Yeah.
I think
they're actually firing.
I think the Bucs are going to win. I think it's going to be a close game, like Jimmy said, but I think that Buc defense is stronger than people give it credit for. I know Atlanta's defense is good too, and they built upon it. But Baker has been playing out of his mind, especially with Godwin and Evans. Godwin in the slot again. He's been on fire. He's got that safety blanket of the committee running backs now. That he's got comfort with Irving. He's got the receiving with White. He's got Otton even there, who's sprinkling in a little stuff. I think Bucs are going to keep it. The Falcons are going to keep it a close game, but I think overall the Bucs are going to win.
Yep. Kev?
Oh, I personally agree with everything that you guys said. I think the Bucs are going to have a great game. I think Baker's going to throw for probably about 200 to 300 yards. I like Godwin. I like Evans. I think Evans is going to be great in the red zone. I think they're just a really good overall great package of a team. And I think the Falcons, they'll make it a run. They'll make a run, but I don't think it's going to be not going to be a blowout. But I think the Falcons are going to do well.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks. All right. The next game. This one, I've held off on picking the Vikings because they're my team. I don't want to jinx them. I will not hold off this weekend at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We got the Jets. What was that?
I'll be sleeping.
Yeah, I know you will.
Oh, okay.
Jets at the Vikings in London. Vikings minus 2.5. Give me the Vikings all day, every day. I'm ready to jump on this bandwagon that I've been around for my whole life, but I'm ready. And if you told me this beginning of this year, I would think I was crazy. But quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers versus Sam Darnold. Who would ever think Sam Darnold is performing better than Aaron Rodgers right now? This guy, Sam Darnold, is better than Aaron Rodgers. I said it. I can't believe it, but I said it. So give me that Sam Darnold. Lean towards Sam Darnold. Running backs, Breece Hall. What the hell happened last game? Now you're facing the Vikings defense versus Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is having a resurgence, right? The Packers didn't want him, so now he's showing up for the Vikings. This one's tough because Breece Hall is the better running back, but based on that last game, I'll give a slight edge to Breece. Just a slight edge to Breece. Wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, Lazard, Mike Williams versus Justin Jefferson, Addison, and Naylor. Give me the Vikings here. I think Justin Jefferson's so much better than all of them. And Addison, I would argue, is better than Mike Williams and Lazard. And I don't think it's that close. Give me the Vikings there. The coaches, Salah versus Kevin O'Connell. Salah, he's on the hot seat, right? I think one more fight between him and Aaron Rodgers, something's going to give here. I don't know what it is, but they're just like an old married couple. It's just not a good look. I don't think the confidence is not there anymore. Kevin O'Connell should have been Coach of the Year 2 years ago when Brian Daboll won it. He should have been, but he wasn't. Kevin O'Connell has made Sam Darnold borderline elite. And Brian Flores, as a little bonus, is going to tear Aaron Rodgers apart with those bad knees. What are you doing, Aaron Rodgers, with those bad knees? I'm curious. Fun fact, the Jets have failed to cover against the spread 8 of the 9 last games against NFC opponents. So, to sit back and evaluate, I don't know why the Vikings are minus 2.5. I would think it would be closer to 6, personally, after the Jets got but beat by the Broncos. So, what do you boys think?
Once again, going down with Pete's ship.
Yep, come down with me.
Coming down with you. Well, okay, here's the thing. It's also in Minnesota. And they play...
Well, it's in England.
Oh, yeah. Damn it, I forgot about that. All right, so never mind that argument. If it was in Minnesota, this would be even more ridiculous.
Yeah.
But Darnold's playing better than Rodgers. I agree with you there. Breece Hall's a better running back, but Jones... I don't know what happened to Breece Hall last week. So, as of right now, I agree with you there. But the issue with the... Breece Hall's going to have a bad game. The Vikings' run defense is ridiculous right now. So, Breece Hall's going to have another bad game. Aaron Jones is going to have a better game.
Yeah,
Huh?
Go ahead.
I think receiver-wise, dude, I'm so far on the Vikings side of this receiver room.
Yeah.
Even if you call Mike Williams and Addison a push, JJ and Garrett Wilson are not on the same planet.
Yeah.
Dude, Garrett Wilson doesn't remember his own routes, and Justin Jefferson is good for whatever you want to name it. He can do it. He's arguably the best receiver in the... It's not even really an argument. He is the best receiver in the league. He's fantastic. Yeah. Naylor and Lazard. Lazard's washed up as hell. I think the only reason he's getting targets is because his buddy's the quarterback, really. Mm-hmm. So Naylor, you can call that a push. Whatever.
Yeah.
The coaching, you can't even... It's what O'Connell's done with this Vikings team is so impressive to me that I can't vote against. They're like the... Okay, last week I said the Bills were the team to beat until they get beat.
Yep.
They got beat. Now the Vikings are the team to beat. They really are. One of the Ravens, the Vikings, they're really good. They're playing really good. It's hard to sit here and go, it's hard because it's not a studly quarterback that you're like, you know what I mean? It's Sam freaking Darnold. So it's hard to get behind it, but it's working. So you kind of have to just do it.
Yeah.
But no, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, I like the Vikings here. What was the spread again?
2.5.
I hope that half point doesn't get us. I'm knocking on wood right now, but I do think that it's going to be closer than we expect because that defense. I mean, both defenses are good. You have to look at it like that. Sauce Gardner's on one side, and you got the Minnesota defense upcoming now. I think it's going to be closer.
Sauce ain't covering JJ.
No, but
That's a hell of a matchup. Actually,
it's not. He's not going to cover him completely. But I mean, you still have him to worry about. And I think that, after the last loss from the Jets, they're going to come back with a little bit of anger. I think it's going to be closer than we expect, but I do think the Vikings are going to prevail with the way Sam Darnold's been playing, with the way the Vikings have been looking. You can't, bet against them right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yep.
I actually want to watch, if I remember, I'm going to watch highlights of that matchup. See how good Sauce did against JJ, because that's fun. Kevy.
I too like the Vikings, but I think that I like Rodgers a little bit over than Darnold. Yes, I know that Darnold is having a great season. I really do, but I think Rodgers is gonna bring the shit back up, have a great game. I do like the Vikings though. Darnold's gonna have a great game too. Don't get me wrong, but I like Rodgers a little bit better. I think Jones is gonna have a fantastic game as a running back. Hall, I think he hit a bump in the road. He's going to get over that, and then he'll be back to the Hall that we saw last year. But I like Jones better. The wide receivers. I like Lazar. I think the problem is that every time that Lazar gets a pass from Rodgers, I think that he is not getting there to his route quick enough, and I think he's going to have a better matchup versus their defense. I do like Addison. I like JJ too on the Vikings, but I think that Addison's gonna have a great game. JJ's gonna have a great game too. Williams, I'm not super keen on like you guys are, just because I'm not a big Williams fan, but he probably will have a great game. But I'm still going Vikings though.
All right, cool. And my last pick, I got the Ravens -2.5 against the Bengals. Give me the Ravens, giving the points. Quarterbacks, we got Lamar Jackson versus Joe Burrow. This one's tough. You know me, I love Joe Burrow, but I think Lamar's is having a better year so far overall. Slight lean towards Lamar. Running backs, not even close. Derrick Henry is so much better than Zach Moss or Chase Brown. And we've seen the Bengals defense. It's Swiss cheese. B-Rob had a field day against them last week. I expect Henry to do the same thing he did last game. Just run the ball. Lamar, don't do anything. Just sit back, relax, chill. Derrick Henry is going to have a field day. The heaviest lean I've ever seen towards the running backs of the Ravens. Wide receivers, we have Zay Flowers, Bateman, and Mark Andrews versus Chase, Higgins, and Yoshivas. So this one is definitely leaning towards the Bengals. I think Chase and Higgins are better than, I think everyone on the opposite side. But I just think Joe Burrow is going to be trying to catch up from behind. So I think he's going to be slinging that ball and might make a few mistakes. So lean towards the Bengals here. I'm good with that. The coaches, again, we have John Harbaugh versus Zach Taylor. John Harbaugh, without question, is a better coach here. Don't overthink it. He's a better coach, and it's a lean towards Harbaugh. Fun fact, the Bengals have failed to cover the spread their last 7 out of 8 games against AFC North opponents. So, I'm a believer in the Ravens now. They shut Josh Allen up, and I expect them to do the same thing with the lesser Joe Burrow. Fellas?
Yeah, I'm literally with you the whole way this week. Ravens played so fantastic against a better team than the Bengals. They shut them down. Lamar he's not even needing to pass the ball. He's just
need to play.
running and giving it to Derek and letting him go, or dunking to Hill or whatever. So yeah, Lamar wins that. I think the Bengals have better receivers, so they might get a little more error. They're gonna score more than 10 points, I think. But I think the Ravens defense still holds out. The running backs will not do anything this game against the Ravens. So it's going to be all air yards. Chase and Higgins should have big time games. I think we'll see how it goes, but I think it doesn't matter. I think the Ravens just have this lockdown. Derrick Henry is a significant. He might be he's top 5. Like
he might be RB1 this week
good.
against the Cincinnati Bengals.
He might be, man. His age makes me want to puke how good he is still.
Yep.
Like I said, the Bengals have the better receivers, but I don't know that it's gonna matter because the Ravens don't use their receivers. So they don't need to. They don't need to. I love Harbaugh. I really do, which pains me to say, but no, I'm with you. Ravens win this.
I'm actually not with you, Pete, this time. I'm sorry, buddy.
Anybody?
I think
Eric.
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Okay. What I was saying was I'm actually not here with you this time. I think the Bengals are going to take it instead. I know it was choppy for a second, but I'm back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think the Bengals have a chip on their shoulder from last week. They're desperate to win. They need to win. They're at home. Burrow at home against the Ravens has been good. I think you're going with one passing attack offense and one rushing attack offense, and they're going to clash, but I think the Bengals are going to take it this time, and they're going to probably cover the spread.
Respectable, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Kevy.
I'm gonna make mine real fast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ravens all the way. I think they got a fantastic team. I like Lamar better than Burrow. I think Henry's just a beast. King Henry all the way. Flowers is Flowers. And I like Harbaugh over the Taylor in the coaching department.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So those are my picks. If you faded me last week, congratulations. So either way, I'm helping you. So let's try to win. I lost all that money. It's going to come back, though. It'll be back. So, yeah, lock those picks in, baby.
Sweet. All right, cool. That's Petey's picks. Let's finish this up strong. Week 5 preview. Hopefully we got a lot of good games. First week of bye week, so a lot of people who have been getting by in their fantasy football teams because they drafted starters and don't know how to draft a bench, they're about to suffer, which makes me very happy because I hate watching teams win that shouldn't be winning. But let's get into our week 5 preview.
Matchups of the week.
All right. Game 1. Bucks at Falcons.
Bucks.
We kind of went through this. We don't have to sit on this. Yeah, we don't have to sit on this. You already kind of did it in your Petey's picks. Bucks all the way.
Yep, Bucks.
We don't need to sit here. All good? Kevin?
Kevin,
Yeah,
you got to fill out your form.
Oh,
All right. Jets, Vikings. We also went through this, so we're not going to sit here too long. Vikings all the way. It's a London game. It's not even close.
Yep.
So Vikings. Everybody Vikings. Okay.
Vikings. Yep.
For the other two, really quick, you're starting all your Tampa offensive players. You're starting all your Falcons, except Kyle Pitts. I don't know if you're starting Kyle Pitts anymore.
If you have a better option.
If you have a better option, sure,
dicey.
but if you don't have a better option, how are you going to sit him?
That's fair. Jets, you got to start Brees. You got to start Garrett. You can start Mike Williams, I think, but outside of that, you're out. Vikings, JJ, Addison.
Do not start Mike Williams.
Who am I missing? Jones. Yeah, you're good. All right. Browns going to Washington, playing the Manders. The way the Commanders have been, the way the Commanders have been playing, you can't really bet against them. They've been lights out. The Browns have been lights off. So
Yeah.
you're taking the Commanders. I think all of us agree on that. You can start.
Yep.
Oh God, I'm starting Amari Cooper. That's really it on that side of the ball, I think.
You're not starting Ford or Chubb?
Ford, maybe. because he's hurt. Chubb's not going to be back. So, yeah, I think that's where we're at. Njoku, if he comes back, you start him.
Of
Yeah,
course.
sure. I mean, at this point, yeah, tight ends are a wasteland.
Yep.
So yeah,
Manders, you can start Jaden 100%. You can start Brian 100%.
Lauren.
Terry, I would start, and then I think I stop there.
What happens if Eckler's back? Would you put him as a
Ravens-
flex if you need him?
I don't like Eckler. I really don't.
If you need a flex
I don't
with
know,
bye
man.
weeks, I would take him in a flex.
Yeah, if you need it, you can start Eckler, but I'm scared of that one. Ravens, Bengals, we covered pretty well. We're all taking Ravens except for Eric. He's taking the Bengals.
Yep.
You're starting Derek. You have to start Mark Andrews. You're starting Lamar. I don't know if I'm sitting or starting Zay. Zay scares me.
Oh,
I think I'm sitting Zay, honest to God.
you might. Yeah, you might.
Bengals, Chase, Higgins, Burrow. If you don't want to start the Bengals running backs and you have other options, do it, because this is a very, very, very bad matchup for running backs.
Oh yeah.
So, Bills, Texans. I'm taking the Texans.
You're alone. You're alone.
Am I really? I am.
Yeah.
Wow. In
We're all Bills
Houston,
here.
boys? Oof.
Yep, Bills, baby. Bills
I love
Mafia.
it. I love the Texans,
Giants
but
fan,
I think
Kevin.
Josh Allen.
Did you see how bad
He
Josh
is,
Allen
but-
just lost? Did you see how bad he just lost against Baltimore in primetime?
Yeah. Did you see how good the Texans have been looking?
Yeah,
I don't know.
but
I'll take the Texans here. I'll be lone wolf here. You are definitely starting CJ. You're starting Collins. Oh my god, I love that boy.
he's the wide receiver one. this year, I
Mixon
think.
should be back, so you can
Yes,
start
the
him
neighbors.
as long as he plays. You can start Tank and Diggs. You can flex him.
Tank?
Tank
Tank
you can
is
flex.
flex.
I think. Tank's scary as fuck.
I don't want to.
I'll put Tank in.
Oh,
Tank.
That-
Okay. Tank or Jalen Waddle,
Tank.
Oof. Tank.
right?
I'm over
Yeah.
the Waddle.
Bills. Start Josh Allen. James Cook should have a much better game.
Yeah.
And you're starting Kincaid, the Shakir, Keon Coleman, maybe.
I got a question. Is anyone going to sell high
next
on
up.
Stephon Diggs?
I would.
No.
Fuck yeah, I would.
You're not going to sell
I
high on
don't think-
Stephon Diggs?
I don't-
No one
think a
sent
lot
me
of
off.
it's
No one sent me offers. I'm yeah.
I
I
don't
mean, he's
have
on a
faith.
bad team, so
I'll trade him. He's not on a bad. He's on a great team.
He's on a great team. I don't have
Kevin.
faith in him, though.
I don't like him. I don't like him as a player.
Fucking guy's going
Alright.
Bills Mafia and hating on Diggs. He's a Giants fan.
You damn right I am.
Panthers, Bears. This is going to suck. All of us are taking the Bears,
Yep.
Yep.
but this is going to suck.
Are you
think
starting
the-
Swift?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No.
Yeah, because they're going to have to run down the clock.
Trust it. If you have to, a flex play, fine.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
I think you're starting. I think you're
I'm the
starting
same
Swift.
way.
I'm scared.
It's a
I'm glad
flex.
I don't have them anywhere. I don't have them
I'm
anywhere.
starting all the wide receivers, Allen, Odunze, all of them. DJ Moore especially.
Oh, the hell
Yes.
you're
I'd
not.
rather start Allen against the Panthers than Swift against the Panthers.
No way, Allen. Nope. It would just for me. It would just be DJ Moore.
I'm starting DJ and I'm out, I think.
Yeah.
I really-
It goes DJ's a wide receiver 1, Odunze's a wide receiver 2, and Allen's a wide receiver 3 flex. And Swift is a flex.
I'm not
That's
starting.
how I look at them.
No,
That's how I look at them.
Odunze is a flex max.
Maybe.
I have him on my bench. I'm keeping him on
Maybe.
my bench.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah, but
We'll see. I still think the Bears are going to win, though.
on the
Panthers are starting Chubby. Not Chubby.
you
Chuba.
start. Yeah,
starting
it's
Deontay.
close. Yeah, you're starting
I got
Chuba.
Chubby.
But remember, the
Deontay.
Bears defense is good.
I'm still starting Chuba and Deontay. Until
I'm starting. Yeah,
yeah.
I agree with that.
With
That's
Bryce
it, though.
Young, you're not starting any of them. With Dalton, you can start Deontay, and Chuba's been really good.
Deontay's still a top
But
wide
no,
receiver.
I'm-
He's great.
I'm starting like DJ, and I'm out, man. I'm so scared of that. Okay, well, We're all taking Cole. Yeah, we're all taking Colts.
I might change it.
You think you're going Jags?
I'm close. I was thinking about it.
You're
That's
gonna
why a
give- you're gonna give
Flacco
Doug
question
Peterson
mark.
another shot?
Colts
After the
at
game that he
Jags.
had last week?
You know
Are
what?
you kidding me?
You're gonna do it?
I'm going Jags.
I was thinking about
Wow.
it. I really was thinking about it. Colts
Same.
at
I'll switch.
Jags.
Doug Peterson.
Dude, the Colts. Is Johnny Taylor gonna play? That's where I'm concerned.
If he doesn't play,
That team's done.
the team's going to
If
be
he doesn't
very
play-
lopsided.
Okay, so you're starting Pittman.
Sure.
If Johnny's playing, you're playing him.
Josh Downs, flex?
Yup, I would.
Yeah.
I am not starting anybody else.
Well, hold on. Wait a second.
Jags.
Is this in Carolina or no?
No.
Not with the hurricane,
Florida.
right?
Oh
Well,
yeah,
still,
they're
in
not. They're at
Florida-
a neutral. I'm pretty sure they're at a neutral location. They got moved.
Oh,
back,
are they?
I
Well,
think.
we might have to take into
They might be in
account the
Florida.
rain when it comes
It
to
depends.
the passing attack.
We got to look at that. The Jags, you can start ETN.
Of course.
Brian Thomas?
Brian Thomas, yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yep. But outside of
I think
that,
that's
I'm
it.
out.
Kirk.
No,
Who?
not starting Kirk.
Nah.
You have to have
Deep,
got to
deep,
have a
deep.
four receiver league to be starting Kirk.
I disagree.
I'm out. I'm out on Kirk. He had one good game. He's been trash. But I don't know. We all
I don't know
got
how you say that. He
Colts
got 12
except
targets
for-
last week, but whatever.
one game.
And he got 10 targets the week before. He
And
scored
he hasn't done
11,
anything.
9 points,
He's been
and
dog
15.
shit.
All right, I don't know
Crap.
what you're watching, but okay.
Fight.
Pete's the only one taking the Jags. I'm out. Not starting Kirk. I'm not starting Kirk unless you're a
Even with the
four
gameplay?
receiver team.
If you think the Colts are going to win, you don't think they're going to have to throw it? You don't think you're going to start Kirk?
What?
Starting Kirk. I don't know what you just said, but I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
If you think the Colts are going to win, right? And you think and you think not the Bengals, excuse me, the Jags are going to have to
Jags.
throw it. You're not going to start Kirk?
No.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Dolphins at Patriots. Patriots win this. Dolphins are abysmal. They have nothing. I'm not starting a single goddamn Dolphin. Maybe ETN.
A-Chain.
Or HN, sorry. Maybe. But that's
Maybe,
it.
maybe Hill.
Yeah.
Totally out. Totally out. Patriots, I'm in the same boat. I'm starting Ramondre, and I'm out. That's it.
Oh, hold on. Wait a second. I did very well last week starting Spears and Pollard. This week, if you need a flex running back, I wouldn't pass by Antonio Gibson as an option.
Deep. Yeah, sure.
Deep.
I agree. Yeah.
I thought about it.
Bum, bum.
We'll see. We don't
Do it.
know
Show
if
us.
Brissett's gonna play either. It's a hole. I mean, not for nothing. If you're gonna bring Drake May in, this is the one to do it. But we'll see. All of us are taking the Patriots, and that's it. We're out.
Yep.
Cardinals are going to San Francisco to play the 49ers. All of us are taking the 49ers. You're playing all your 49ers offensive weapons, except for McCaffrey. Cardinals, I will play. Oh God,
James Conner.
James
who
Conner and
else?
Marv.
that's
If
it.
you have to start Kyler, you have to start Kyler. But it's James Conner and Marv. Marv might get he'll get some good looks. The Niners are good for letting go a couple. James Conner's gonna have to ground and pound. The Niners are not letting up any run game really at all. But yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of it on that one. Raiders, Broncos.
Going
Kevin.
Raiders this time.
All right, well, I'm going to let that go, Kev. Me and Pete are taking the Broncos. Eric's taking the Raiders, and Kevin's taking the Browns.
Look at that face.
Oh,
Smile.
smile for the
He means
camera. All right.
Broncos.
Smile for the camera.
I know, he means Broncos.
Oh, man.
Raiders. Oh, God. Jacoby?
You start Jacoby.
But
Start
not against
Jacoby.
Sertan. Not against Sertan.
Well, you got to start. I understand
God, that's a
Sertan to
good
shut down
point.
corner, but you got to start your one.
I don't know. You didn't start Garrett Wilson. You shouldn't start Garrett Wilson against Sertan. You shouldn't start DK Metcalf against Sertan. Mike Evans against Sertan.
So
They were all shut down. They were all shut down.
Did you sit DK? Did you sit
No,
DK?
because I was.
That's what I'm saying.
Had to. But
Come on.
You're also talking about
but
a different
that's
quarterback.
Okay, that's not Jacoby with a
Yeah, this is different.
possibly O'Connell throwing the ball.
Yeah, I'd start Trey Tucker
Ugh.
over him.
Over Jacoby.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Because of the coverage.
Yep.
I blame that last one on my dilated eyes.
Sure.
Stop drinking so much.
No.
So Jimmy got Broncos. I got Broncos. Eric's got Raiders.
Yeah.
Kevin's got Broncos.
Browns.
Um,
You're starting.
so really, who you starting?
You're starting Jacoby, and that's really it. You can start Jacobs if you have to. Broncos, I'm not starting anybody. I'm out.
If Adams plays, I'd start Jacoby for sure.
Adams is
Adams
not
not
going
gonna
to
Adams is not playing.
He's going to sit there with his thumb up his butt until he moves off this fucking ass and that team.
Yeah.
Hey, we got news. Jets are on the radar for Devontae Adams.
Devontae. That doesn't surprise me at
That'll
all.
be huge for
That
them.
doesn't surprise me at all.
Me neither.
Huge.
All
the
right,
Rodgers
Packers
thing?
Rams. Packers Rams. We're all taking the Packers.
Packers across the
They
board.
look good with Jordan Love coming back out of nowhere. Now with a week of practice and everything else, he's going to look even better. Rams have looked bad. Their entire offense runs through Kyron. So with that, you can start Kyron, but that's all you got on that side of the ball. Packers, you're starting Jordan Love if you have him. You can start
All the wide receivers are considered
Reed,
flex, except for Reed
you
as a wide
start
receiver
Wicks. Yeah. So
And
you're
Ed
good there,
Kraft.
but we're all taking the Packers.
1. Tucker Kraft.
If you don't have a... That's not a bad tight end play this week, actually.
It's great. He's seeing more work than his.
Yeah.
Who's the other one?
It just depends on who you have. Like, who are you starting him over? You know what I mean? Where's your line? You're not starting him over Mark Andrews, even though you probably should,
I
honestly.
probably would.
George Kittle. Like, where's... You got to
That's
find your
different.
line at where you're going to throw him. So, yeah, we're all taking the Packers there. Giants, Seahawks, we're all taking the Hawks because we're not dumb.
Yep.
The Giants had a good outing, but it's not going to stick. You still start... oh, man. My brain just turned off. You're starting DK. You're starting JSN. You can flex JSN with some confidence now. Lockett's still a flex.
Kenny Walker.
Kenny Walker's a
hard.
hard play.
Yep.
Neighbors, you play. That's it.
If he's available.
Oh, and Singletary. I would play Singletary.
You play Singletary?
I'd flex Singletary. I would. He's still a
That's a
good
tough
running
one.
back. It's a good defense, but it's still... I'd flex him. Yeah, it's a safe play. You're not getting 15 points out of him. You're getting like 8 to 12. It's a safe play.
Yep.
So we're all taking the Hawks there. Cowboys, Steelers. We're all taking the Cowboys.
Nope.
because-
Nope.
Who's taking the Steelers? Eric's taking the Steelers.
Eric.
Because of fucking
Eric.
here we
No,
are.
it's not because of
believes-
Justin Fields. Calm
Here we
down.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Just tell
not.
us you love him already.
No,
please.
listen to me. God
Love
damn
that.
it, you
When
does
guys
Russ
are
start?
horrible. Listen to me. Dallas defense is banged up.
Love him.
Dallas defense is banged up. You have
Kiss his
also
face.
Pittsburgh defense, who's really good. The Cowboys didn't look that great against the Giants defense. Okay, now you're going against Pittsburgh. Okay, T.J. Watt. Again, the Dallas defense is banged up, and what's going to have to happen? Pittsburgh is going to have to rush and run the ball. Najee, Jalen Warren's going to come back, and Cordell Patterson have to run that ball. The Dallas defense gives up third most rushing yards to running backs. They suck against running backs. I think, and they have a mobile quarterback. Holy shit. So they're going to rush that ball against them, and I think that's going to be the big thing. And the defense is good. So
You love him too much.
Singletary
I didn't say
did
his name
nothing
once.
against the Cowboys. No, you said running backs do well against the Cowboys.
yeah, but I didn't say Fields once. I'm responding to Kevin.
Oh, okay, Kevin. Okay, gotcha. But the Steelers' defense looked bad last week.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
I love the Steelers' defense, but
They
last
didn't
week
look
kind of
great.
worries me.
The Cowboys have better weapons.
And they got more time to rest.
Yeah. I mean, Rico's starting to look good. CD
The
is
Steelers are
CD.
favorites, so
That's insane to me because, I mean, it's also in Pittsburgh.
It's a
But-
primetime game with America's home team, the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers, the Cowboys. That's why they're probably favorites.
yeah,
Oh,
the
Dak's
Cowboys
usually
aren't,
good
but yeah.
for prime time.
Coach
Yeah.
Prime.
Dak's
Prime
good in
time.
prime time, and I don't see Justin Fields doing well in prime time. But we'll see.
I just either way, you're
Yeah.
starting CD.
Starting CD,
You are starting. I would start Rico. Or at least flex Rico.
flex Rico.
You start Dak. You start Fergie.
If you have other options, I wouldn't start Dak. But if you
He's
have other
been
options,
killing me, man. But
And I wouldn't
most
start
people who have no have
Dowdle. I wouldn't start Zeke or Dowdle against Pittsburgh, to be honest. But it is raining, so they're going to have to run.
they're gonna have to run the ball. I don't know. We'll see. You start Fergie. Steelers are starting
Start
Najee
That's
and Pickens.
Yep.
And
I start picking.
I'm out. Eric, you can start Justin Fields.
What do you think? Are you starting Justin Fields, Eric?
Top 10 quarterback this week.
Oh,
I mean, box score.
In fantasy
fantasy.
football, he's a
Fantasy
top
football, sure.
10 quarterback this week.
I care more about football itself. So
In football
We'll see.
itself, you get a lot of points when you do good in football itself and fantasy football. So I think
oh man,
top 10
Yep.
this week.
there it is. Okay,
All right.
so yeah,
So we'll see how that one goes. We're all taking the Chiefs. Saints are going to the Chiefs to play in Geha. G-E-H-A. The Geha.
Geha Stadium, baby.
The Chiefs have some
yeah,
great
Arrowhead.
referees on that team. You know, they've been killing it, those referees on the
That's
Chiefs.
such a fucking truth.
You know, I think that their jerseys are nice and different. It's nice. It's a good thing for them. So that's why I think I'm going with the
I'm
Chiefs.
so sick and tired of the Chiefs. Do you hate these Chiefs more than you hated watching the Patriots growing up?
Yep. Especially
I
since
mean,
you're gonna
like-
watch Taylor Swift on the goddamn television.
I don't even
fucking week.
care about Taylor Swift.
I do. I'm tired of it.
Oh man.
I
I mean, I didn't hate the Patriots growing up. I didn't really. I don't know. I didn't have a reason to.
Okay,
but
here's the difference. I was over the Patriots. Like I was like, all right, I'm enough.
yeah,
I actually hate the Chiefs. Like I'm over this. This is
I-
maybe it's
yeah.
worse because they beat my Niners twice. Might be.
ever since
There you go.
Patrick Mahomes after the game, like I think it was Josh Allen, he went to after the game and said that's the worst call I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
After he lost the
I remember
game.
that. I remember that.
Lost a lot of respect for him there, and I'm just yeah.
Yeah.
He's all about the
I don't-
calls.
tired of
Every
them
time
winning.
he misses a pass, he's looking for
Yeah.
a flag.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or every time
oh,
he
yeah.
gets touched a little bit. No, I agree. But all right, so Saints, do you start
Come on.
Derek?
No.
No.
Do you
No.
start Taysom Hill if he plays?
Maybe.
Do you start Shaheed?
If you need
In
him.
a flex.
So who?
Shaheed.
Yes.
I'm starting
sure.
Olave.
Olave
you can get
is a
away
wide
with
receiver
Shaheed.
2. Shaheed's is a flex. Wide receiver 3.
You starting
You're
Kamara.
starting Kamara. I didn't even bring that up.
Of course,
'cause, like,
tomorrow.
so yeah. I don't know if you can
That's
start.
a lot. That's a lot of starts though for against the Chiefs defense. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I know. They're just really. They've been so good.
Yeah.
Chiefs, dude. I don't know what to do here.
Kelsey.
You start Kelsey. You got to start Mahomes, but it's not going to feel good.
I don't know if you do start Mahomes.
I don't know if
Here's
you have
a-
any other options.
Here's a good
you
one.
know?
Are
There's a
you
lot
going to
of
start?
options.
Are you going to start?
You go get
Geno
depends on your waiver
over
and shit, but
Are you going to start Geno over Mahomes?
who
Who's
are the
Geno?
Seahawks
Oh,
playing?
yeah.
The Giants, yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing Geno. I'm
Fuck
playing
no.
Geno.
100%.
Would you play Sam
Oh, yeah.
Darnold over Mahomes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Jets defense is a little bit different.
No, I would personally.
Baker Mayfield.
That's a line for me, but yeah, probably.
Over Patrick
I might.
Mahomes? Yes.
I start Baker over Patrick this
Oh
week.
yeah, I start Baker.
He's got better weapons than Mahomes.
I
Mahomes
agree.
got
Start
one
Jaden
weapon. That's
Daniels.
Jane Daniels is easy.
Jane Daniels.
That's so easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lamar and Burrow.
How about this? This is a
Mahomes
hard one.
falling out of.
Yeah, this is a
I
hard
know.
one. What about Trevor Lawrence?
Oof.
No, I'm taking Mahomes.
Against the
Mahomes.
Colts?
It's still Trevor Lawrence.
I know. I'll take Mahomes there.
It could be Joe Flacco's
But-
team.
but-
next
What about Fields?
Think about what we just said, right? Like,
That's the
we're
problem.
not picking Mahomes. He might be top 20 now. Like, he's not. And we said this pre-draft.
Okay.
He's
Kyler against the Niners defense or Mahomes?
Mahomes.
What about Fields?
Oh God.
Against
As in fantasy?
That's what we're talking about, yeah.
No, I don't know what we're talking about. It's who we're starting.
Oh my God.
If it's fantasy, I'm picking Fields. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard. There's
Yeah.
a lot of hard
All
decisions
right. I don't
on Mahomes. It's sad, you know?
Oh, I would love to trade him. I have him in Dynasty.
fine.
I'd move him so fast right now.
I mean, he's 4-0.
If anybody
Put
wants him
shitty
in
numbers all he
Dynasty.
wants.
Kevin, you want fucking Mahomes?
Yeah.
No, I'm good right now. I got
Fucking
great
Bitch. You
quarterback.
got Jaden Daniels. Relax.
And I got Sam Darnold.
Who's a one and done year quarterback? He's not.
I'll
gonna be
take the one.
You sure about that, Jimmy?
Maybe two. Maybe two.
Thank you, Eric, for giving me that. I'll take the one. And then next year, if you want to give me Mahomes, I'll take Mahomes off your hands.
For
For a
what?
third
Sam
round
Darnold?
pick. Over who?
What are you going to give me for Mahomes next year? Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold in a third.
Fuck off, Kevin. All right, moving on. Yeah, I think we're good. We're all locked in.
Yeah.
Did we go over last? Yeah, we did. So I don't know. What did we go over last week?
No, we didn't.
Real quick.
Yeah, you got it.
Eric won last week. He went 11-5. Me and Pete went 10-6. Overall, Eric's winning 40-24. I'm 38-26, and Pete is 36-28. We're gonna get Kevin in on this, but it mathematically doesn't work, so it's fine. But just to see how Kevin does, as like a little side thing.
Yeah, like a preview for next year or whenever I do.
Yeah.
Okay, we have one question
Oh,
that comes in from our very best,
don't
fantastical,
say.
best supporter ever, and we're testing to see if he actually watches to the end of the video. So if you do watch to the end of the video, Steve,
Oh, Steve.
comment on the video and say I watched to the end of the video.
Yeah.
He asked, "Is it time to drop Caleb Williams?"
Yes.
In redraft, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
100%.
yeah, 100%. So
There's a
easy
lot of other
question.
quarterbacks out
More
there
of a
you can
build-up
mess
than
with.
anything else. But,
I got to tell you,
Yeah,
I know
no,
what
you're
next
dropping
week's
Caleb.
question is going to be.
What's that?
Get Kevin off this podcast.
Nah, everybody
probably.
loves you on the pod. Dude, they get mad when you're not here. It's the comedic
Wow.
relief.
We'll see what happens.
No one actually listens to what you say. It's just funny.
Of course not.
All right.
I'm like Frank the Tank in this podcast.
Oh boy.
I don't know. All right. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. And good luck this week. Hopefully it's not as ridiculous as week 4, because week 4 was something special. Just like Kevin. And we're going to get ready for week 5. We'll see you guys next week. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, check out all of the other things we got linked down below. The merch store, the Spotify, all the stuff's linked down there. So go check it out and get yourself one of these nice fancy hats. And guess I'll catch you guys next week. See you later.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thanks for watching the Banter Blitz Podcast. Tune in next week for more nonsense.